Hey, I'm ready to go. Shoot, I forgot to have my whole warm up here. I should have had my screen on. Where I let me pretend. Let me pretend this is how it starts here. Hey, welcome. This is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh well, vegan brain fog, right? Veganism debunked. I debunked veganism within the first second of the live stream. Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan. It's that time again. It's Friday, at least for me, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just add or subtract a few hours wherever you're at, wherever in the world. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. This is when we get together and discuss any and all things vegan. Not just anything. I know I said ask me anything in the title, but any in all things vegan related. So if you are vegan and have questions or want to share something or get some people's opinions, get my opinion, want to ask me something, I see people ask me all sorts of crazy things in the comments, accusing me of all sorts of horrible atrocities and things. So if you're one of these people, come and ask me and I'll tell you what's up. And if you are an anti-vegan, hey, this is all happening, right? You guys can see me, right? Let me know that you guys are seeing me here. I'm just making sure everything's cool. All right. So anyway, yeah, if you're anti-vegan, you can come here too, and you can try to debunk veganism if you think that you have the goods on veganism. So yeah, you guys all hear me, right? Yes, you can hear me. Okay, I'm just all messed up because I didn't have my normal. I forgot to do my little thing right. Where I do that, so I'm all thrown off my game. But anyway, thanks for coming. This is the YouTube channel that's not hosted by a sociopath, a narcissist, or a grifter. No, I am your host, a simple man, a long-term vegan of 12 and a half years. Been doing YouTube since 2013. Been into technology for decades before that, and music even longer than that. So I just kind of do all these things. I'm not a health professional, not a health expert, just a person who uses critical thinking. I was trained in philosophy. I'm a PhD philosophy dropout. I have a bachelor's in philosophy. So we use critical thinking on this channel rather than just making crap up or following our intuitions and our woo-woos and stuff like that. No, we follow what the scientific consensus says and use critical thinking skills, which separates us from a lot of other channels. We're critical thinking centric. Cool, I'm glad everything's cool. Yeah, this is a grifter-free zone, Sarah. And hello, Fu Man Poo. I'm glad you're here with us today. Yeah, you had to miss the live premiere yesterday, and hope you're feeling better. Sounds like you're doing better there. Let's see. What's that, Peter? Yeah, you sent me. I didn't get a chance to look at it. I saw the headline, what you sent me. Peter said, yeah. Did you see the article about... I hear people go, why are you so hard on these raw food people? They're nice and they mean well. Did you hear the article about the raw food family? I remember this from years ago. I don't know if it's the same one or not. Who fed their child nothing for a whole week, and how people are blaming it on veganism, that the baby died. I don't know if it's the same one, because remember there was the trial and then there's sentencing, so it gets back in the news every once in a while. I'll click and see if it's the same people, or is it another example of why I'm not too crazy about raw people, because they end up doing all sorts of things, whether it's intentional or not. I think they mean well, but I don't think they intend to, like, first they say, yeah, raw food, it's God's food for man, and all the woo-woos happen, and then 4 years later they make it I'm no longer vegan video. And then, yeah, the babies got sick and stuff. It's just eat a sensible, balanced vegan diet. There's no reason. If you're truly against animal cruelty and exploitation, if you really think those things are wrong and you don't want to participate in them, just don't eat animal products. Where does it say, oh, but then you have to eat no cooked food for the rest of your life and feed your babies no cooked food? It's like, it doesn't make any sense. So anyway, so let's see. Raw food needs to be debunked. Well, I started work on another video about that guy that says, it's my firm belief that a raw vegan diet can cure and reverse every disease known to humankind. You know that guy I'm talking about. I talked about him a few years ago, so I'm slowly working on that. There's just been more interesting things that have come up since then, like the What I've Learned video and, Cosmic Skeptic, no longer vegan video. So I got more stuff to address with the raw foods. I'm not done with them yet, and I just want the world to see. Just because someone thinks they're claims to be vegan doesn't mean that they're they have a free pass to just grift and just say a bunch of misinformation, a bunch of lies, because that reflects poorly on vegans, right? If you have someone, oh, look at this guy says a raw vegan diet could cure every disease known to man. Well, no, he's just making crap up, and I'm sorry if it reflects back on us, but it doesn't. I have nothing to do with these wackos that think crazy stuff like that a raw vegan diet cures every disease. So anyway, hey, Tracy the vegan, good to see our moderators here, Peter and Tracy, holding it down. Good to see you, Tracy. It's been quite a California winter, and yeah, Peter, you're in the Pacific West Coast too, Pacific Northwest. I know you're north of Seattle, but I saw that Los Angeles has had more rain this year than Seattle. I mean, just put that in perspective. I don't think that's ever happened here before. It's just been pretty miserable and cold, and if it's not rainy, it's windy, it's snowing up in the mountains, and atmospheric rivers and cold fronts. It's been god-awful. I mean, reservoirs here that haven't released any water in 2 or 3 decades are releasing water now. They have so much. It's just it just needs to stop. We're supposed to get another storm Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere in that time frame, depending on where you live. And then supposedly that might be the last one for a few weeks, because I'm just kind of pissed now. Seriously, I'm just this winter has been so bogus. That's the way to describe it, man. It's just been a rough time. Just having to be cold and freezing and seeing all the horrible destruction going on around our state. Fortunately, things have been okay for us here as far as that goes. But, just every day waking up and having it be 10 to 15 degrees below what it should be this time of year. And it's been rough. Yeah, Peter, getting the rain is a good thing, but the thing is to have it kind of spread out, to have it all come down in 2 or 3 months is not ideal, because we need a large, nice snowpack that melts gradually. Rather than having this big snowpack, than having hot rain come on and land on the snow and melt it, and that just causes flooding, and we can't store the water properly. So it's about having it come in a sensible manner. It's just been so hardcore. Yeah, too much of anything all at once. Yeah, rain is good here, but to have 5 years of rain come down in 2 months is not good. It's been worse, VLAM. Yeah, California is either in a drought or a continuous rainstorm, but usually the continuous rainstorms are for a couple weeks. I've never seen anything like this. I remember New Year's Eve sitting here, not here, but in the other room with Angie, during a rainstorm, watching TV, watching some music. Here we are in late March. It's spring now. It's still raining. It just hasn't really stopped since December. It's quite amazing. I've never seen anything like this before. I lived my whole life here. Okay, I'm 55 years. I've never seen anything like this before. Yeah, Tracy, deluge upon deluge here. And you have it worse. Central California has been the target for every storm. The ones that slam to SoCal, Southern Cal, Central California gets it. The ones hitting Northern Cal and Central Cal gets it. It's flooding there. A lot of water is accumulating in the Central Valley. I saw a lot of farm damage, crop damage, which will probably raise food prices. There's a lot of consequences. And it's just certain communities are just flooded still. They can't go back to their homes weeks later. It says it could be months before some people can go back to their homes. And these are people, typically they don't have a lot of money. It's in agricultural areas. So anyway, is California a no-cage egg state? I should know this, Sean. Good question. I actually don't know, because I'm not in the egg market. But as a vegan, I should know this. If anyone has the answer for that, that'd be great. Yeah, Georgia has wonderful weather, Chris. I'm jealous when I watch places on TV. I'm like, God, it's not raining there. It's not raining there. I just can't wait to move somewhere where it's just not freezing, cold, and windy. I just saw a wind warning now. Today was all right. It was probably one of the nicest days we've had for a while. It didn't even hit 70, but 65 and sunny, we'll take it. It should be 71 right now. Anyway, I saw some wind warnings on my Twitter feed come up for Saturday, tomorrow. So just one day of okay, then it's going to get windy, cold, and stuff again. Yeah, a little more, hey, Uncle, yeah, a little more rain coming next week. I'm not sure if it's coming Tuesday or Wednesday here for us in SoCal, but they said if we should get another half-inch of rain here in the, SoCal flatlands area, more north of here, more in the mountains. He had hail today, Bill. Yeah, I've seen a lot of hail. People posting pictures of or videos of hail. We even had 2 tornadoes, guys. Tornadoes, not like the crazy ones in like Oklahoma and stuff like that, but ones that had destroyed like a roof of a commercial building. It just ripped it right open, broke car windows. So yeah, it just shows you what a freaky time it's been here. And I'm just grateful nothing horrible has really happened to us or our property or my mom's house or anything like that. We're just over it though. It's just like, I'm just pissed. Every day sucks. Can't go out. If you do, it's just like freezing and cold and windy. And I just kind of want, I just want to be able to go outside and do things again. It's been pretty rough. Oh, Tracy. So some farmers even missed the window for planting this year because flooding in the fields. So see, there's going to be consequences that are going to ripple for a year at least, because of this, which could drive food prices even higher. If you remove a certain percentage from the total, food output of California or the United States, it's going to result in a supply and demand a mismatch. Yeah, chilly but beautiful is the forecast. Like, yeah, it ain't gonna rain, they're saying, but it's gonna be windy and cold, a cold air mass. So, I mean, I just want to get back to normal. How come it just can't be sunny and just have like a normal air mass? How come it still has to be so freaking freezing cold here? But, you miss California food? I kind of miss California too, because this has not been California. I was telling Angie, yeah, God has magically transplanted Portland and Seattle to Southern California this year. And I love those cities. Don't get me wrong. I've had some great times there. Our bands have played in both those cities multiple times. But yeah, I don't really like the winter weather in either of those places. But yeah, now I know what it's like to live there. I can say I lived through a Pacific Northwest winter here because it's been, like I said, we've had more rain here in Southern California and in LA than Seattle has, which is unimaginable. Hey, Jordan. Hey, DLSL. How is it going? DLSL, is California really expensive to live in? I don't know. This is my baseline, so I can't really say. I mean, when I watch like say real estate shows in other states, I go, wow, you can buy a whole house in like Texas or Georgia for like $100,000 or something like that. I go, wow, it's amazing, like a big one too, not like a tiny house. So I guess it all depends what you're used to. I'm used to the what California's cost of living is, which is why I think I'll be okay when I end up finally moving to Hawaii, hopefully in the next like 2 to 5 years or something like that. Everyone says it's really expensive there, and yeah, it's not too much worse than here, so I think I'll get by. Hey, Jordan, thanks for the first super chat tip of the evening here. Vegan teen... #vegan teen sexist? What? What's up with that? Vegan, did I read it right? Or vegan teens exist? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, my brain somehow didn't parse your letters out there. Vegan teens exist. Yeah, the first reading, I'm sorry, I read it as a sexist. I go, what? Vegan teen sexist? That makes no sense. My bad, Jordan. Yes, vegan teens exist, and we have at least one right now here on our live stream. You saw it too, DLSL. It wasn't me, but yeah, it's sometimes hard to parse all the letters out, like right there. Uncle, yeah, property in Texas. Well, I didn't know that. Like, what is it? Like another house or some land? Do you ever go? Like, what do you do if you own it? Are you responsible for it? Do you take care of it? I'm curious, Uncle. I never heard this part of your life. I know, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, your mom's from Texas, right? I didn't know you had property there. Was it your mom's old property or something? Let's see. Hey, thanks, Jared Killick, finding my psych, health, and wellness. Wow, thank you for that very, really kind super chat tip there. It sounds like you're in Canada, right? Thanks so much, Jared. Much appreciated. You didn't even have a question. You're just showing some gratitude. Well, thank you. I express gratitude for your gratitude. Thank you so much. Uncle, so you have 8 acres of land, but you've never been there. Huh? Do you have to pay property taxes, and would you just be better off selling it just so you don't have to deal with any responsibilities like property taxes or what have you? Or is it even worth selling or anything? I have no idea. Let me know. I'm just this is really curious. I had no idea you owned 8 acres of land in Texas. That blows my mind. Yeah, gas is cheaper pretty much everywhere than California, Giovanni. I'm sure there's a few states. I think it's more expensive in Hawaii, but California, we have all these taxes and clean air things that make gasoline more expensive. That's why I'm grateful. I hardly ever buy gas. I estimate, depends if I do any long distance trips, but I buy gas maybe once every like maybe 3 months, let's say once every 3 months. And I only put in like 3 gallons or something like that because I have a plug-in hybrid. Which gets me around pretty good. Most of my trips are well within the electric motors range, electric battery capacity range. Yeah, you really should make a new hashtag for that, Jordan. Yeah, a couple of us misread that. I feel bad that I did. Fu Man, why were you telling your wife that you think you're going to be around only a few more years? Do you have anything like diagnosed, or are you just like not feeling good because of gas and stuff, Fu Man? Sure. Bob Hill, California is too woke. I hate that term woke. What do you mean by woke? I have compassion for other people, that I don't, when I see a gay, lesbian, or trans person, I don't go there and call them bad, shameful, mean, hateful things. Like, what does it mean to be woke? I mean, woke means, in my mind, it's a good thing. It's good to have compassion for other people, empathy for other people, and not be bigots and dicks. So Bob is here arguing that it's wrong to be empathetic and have compassion and tolerance for people who are different. Because when I see, like, if you're coming from like a right-wing Republican anti-woke thing, cool, I don't hate you or anything. I'm not gonna say, there's a right-wing unwoke Republican. I'm not gonna make fun of you. Okay, you exist. You have every right to be just as I do. That's the thing with these anti-woke people. They think that LGBTQ people have lesser rights that don't have rights to exist. I've heard veganism get lumped into this woke thing. Candace Owens did that. Like, so I don't have a right to exist. I don't have a right to be vegan or something like that. We're like a lesser class type of person. So please don't bring this language of bigotry, because that's what really this anti-woke thing is, saying, yeah, people who are cool with difference and tolerance towards others who might have different lifestyles and sexual preferences and whatever, it's like, yeah, why should I be angered or annoyed or anti people who are different from me? So anyway, yeah, Amy, I hate labels too. So what is this thing about? Okay, Bob says, I love everyone, trans, gays, vegans. So what's this woke thing? Because I know when I see clips of like Tucker Carlson and others and Ron DeSantis complaining about woke, they're often complaining about LGBTQ, like Ron DeSantis trying to like take Disney's, autonomy away from them because they spoke up and expressed their freedom of opinion to say, we don't support Ron DeSantis and his like don't say gay bill. They have every right to say that, free speech, but they got called woke because of that. So what things are you specifically referring to that us Californians here are too woke about? I want to know, Bob, since I live here, please tell me, what are me and all these other Californians here, like Uncle and Tracy, what are we too woke about? What are we doing that's wrong? Because you said you're cool with LGBTQ and all, so let us know, Bob. What are we doing here in California, me and Uncle and Tracy and others, that are too woke? I think Bill, are you from here too, Giovanni? All us Californians, let us know what we're doing that's so just despicable that you want to call us woke. Do you lose your wokeness if you leave Cali? I don't know, let us reason. Yeah, I'm with you, Diablo. So it's good to, if not fight injustice, at least take a stand and call out people who are intolerant bigots. I do it, If I see someone being an intolerant bigot, I'll call them out. Hey, sweet potato sister. Yeah, you're here in California too. So yeah, Bob, you are right, sweet potato. So yeah, Bob, please tell us what we're doing here in California that's so deplorable. I want to know. Okay, Bob says, us here in California, we have the false idea that you can solve social problems by stealing from one and giving to another. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Can you be more precise? That's just very vague. So that's what woke means? Woke means you steal from one group and give it to another? I didn't know that's what woke meant. I thought it meant something else entirely. Hey, Jordan, I want to make a new hashtag for that vegan teens thrive. Hey, that's a good one. I saw that right away there, Jordan. Thanks for the super chat tip. Yeah, I didn't see that for 1 second as anything other than vegan teens thrive or vegan teens kick ass. How's that one? Yeah, you're saying, so us here in California, we're like Robin Hood. We're stealing from rich people and giving it to poor people. That's what we do in California. I mean, every state does that in the form of like taxes, or like, it's not every state has state income tax, but I'm kind of curious, what the hell are you talking about, Bob? Okay, now you're saying woke is a rejection of objective reality. What do you mean? What does that mean? Because will you agree? Like when I see like Ron DeSantis and Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens complaining about woke, and they refer to LGBTQ. So let's sink our teeth on that one. Even though you said you're cool with LGBT, I know these are the big voices as opposed to Bob Hill. So tell me, how is me not being a bigot and hateful towards LGBTQ? How is that a rejection of objective reality? Please share that with me, and don't deny that LGBTQ has no acceptance, or not the lack of acceptance has nothing to do with woke, because it totally does. So don't deny that. Don't deny. Well, I'm cool with that. I don't care if you are. Your heroes or the big voices, the influencers in this anti-woke movement continually bash LGBTQ issues. Yeah, VLAM, it's funny when they often ask these like right wingers, like no bad thing if you're a right winger. I'm just saying this. You don't see the left fighting against wokeness. What I'm saying. So anyway, when you see like anti-woke people, which are typically far right people, you ask them to define woke, they can't even do it. So he just tried her and said it's a rejection of objective reality. How is that? How is it that I'm not a dick to LGBTQ people? How is that? How am I denying objective reality? Hey, I see some super chat tips there. Super chat tips. Did I say something else? Forgive me if I did. My language, my words got slurred there. Veganism debunked. What's that? What was that first one? Your hashtag there, Jordan. Vegan teens kick ass. That's a good one. Yeah, was that the one I said? That was mine, right? Vegan teens kick ass. And thanks, Jordan. Hey, random animal rights content. Thanks for your super chat tip there. Is that from... It says $10. Is that Australia? Is that Australia there? Let me know. I'm just kind of curious where you're from there. Random animal rights content. Thanks so much. Yeah, Fu Man Poo's like me. We're wide awake. What's wrong with that? Let's see. Hey, Graven babies, how are you doing there, Graven? Oh, I didn't know you had skin cancer before. Wow, so yeah, you're literally not supposed to go in the sun. Yeah. I imagine you're probably like me. You know, I'm really into like putting UV block when I go out in the sun now, which I wish I did back when you saw me like in our early YouTube days. I'd go out running all the time and just it wears your skin down, So it can make one look like, oh, vegans are aging rapidly. No, I just wasn't taking care of my skin. Now I'm taking better care of myself, and I think my skin looks better now than it did, say, in 2016. Hey, Jordan, thanks for the super chat tip there. You're going to make a t-shirt saying vegan teens thrive, and you can make another one saying vegan teens kick asses too. But yeah, you're proving that both of those to be true, Jordan. Thanks for the super chat tip there. Hey, random animal rights content, thanks again for your super chat tip there. Much appreciated. Hang on one second. Encourage all Americans to promote Agricultural Fairness Alliance. What's that? I've not heard of them. They're doing incredible lobbying work, because that's what we need. We need more vegan lobbyists, because there's so much lobbying going on from the opposite side, the animal industries. They're doing incredible lobbying work, removing subsidies from animal agriculture industry. Google Agricultural Fairness Alliance. Look them up, guys. If that's what they're doing, that's what I've been talking about for years. These agricultural subsidies are are archaic, and they give meat producers and dairy and egg producers unfair economic advantages that say, like, you know, like potato producers don't get, or Beyond Burgers and Impossible Burgers don't get, artificially keeping the prices of their cruelty products lower than they ought to be on the open fair market. America is all about fair market, free markets, and all that stuff. It's anti-American to subsidize these old industries who don't need subsidization anymore. Maybe they did 100 years ago. I don't know. I wasn't around, believe it or not. I'm only 55. I'm not saying they did. But anyway, they definitely don't need it now. So I'm with that 100%. We need lobbyists out there to remove these unfair subsidies and advantages. And the only way to do that is to have some lobbying power in Washington. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna. I don't know if it's the final step, Diablo, but it's a first step. It's a great first step. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, Fu Manpu knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. See, Fu Manpu said, I worked under the cruel Florida sun for 15 years. Wow, you guys are a lower latitude than us, and I'm full of spots and aware of skin cancer. I got a couple spots like this one here. You know, I don't think I had it there like when I started our YouTube channel. If I did, maybe it's smaller. But I've been out in the sun a lot, you know, surfing. When I was surfing, I typically wore sun protection, especially in the summertime. But yeah, I wasn't wearing much when I was like running and stuff like that. Well, I do have someone here to debunk veganism here. Norman Bernard, do I need to put you on the wall? Okay, let's put this on the wall and we'll read it for everyone here. Oops. Hang on one sec, Norman. Sounds like you're here to debunk veganism. So I want everyone to see what you're saying here.
Cruelty free.
Oops, wrong one.
I'm going to leave your words on this board for all my classes to enjoy, giving you full credit, of course.
How about now? Do you have the sound now? Is there sound now? How about now? Let me know. Let me know if you guys have the sound. Sound now? Okay, you can hear it now? Okay, 1 second. Let me see what's happening here. 1 second. Let me go to the poop wall and see why we're not getting sound. So 1 second. Now, we got it now, right? Just let me know you got it now. It'll be cool. Thanks for letting me know. Somehow something got muted there. So I think I fixed the poop wall. How about now? Oh, you got it? All right, cool. Thanks, guys. I don't know how that happened. I never mute this right here. That got muted. You know, technology. Anyway, let's read Norman Bernard's thing here. Hey, HHV. When were you made the god of what life on earth is valuable and which life is not? Like, what are you talking about? When did you take over from nature and evolution? Like, what the F and H are you talking about, bro? I eat plants. When did I proclaim to be the god of life, and how am I affecting the course of evolution of life on this planet? Like, what are you talking about? So you can try to clarify your position here and don't use so much flowery, hyperbolic language. We're not Jordan Peterson on this show. We are analytical philosophers. Speak clearly and concisely. Be specific. Don't use a bunch of flowery nonsense, crappy talk here. What are you talking about? I eat plants. All right, so therefore what? How does anything you just said here relate to eating plants? Hey, Sarah, you just gifted 5 Happy Healthy Vegan memberships. Awesome. Thanks so much, Sarah. So let's see. A few of you guys grabbed them up already. Chris, Nick, Travis, Rebecca, and Devin. Awesome. I'll definitely have to remind Angie, we really got to do a members only live stream. So now we got another, I think last week was it Peter that gifted 5. So now we got 10 more between Peter and Sarah. So thanks so much. We can really have a legendary members only live stream. So we'll try to get one of those off next week for you. Well, we came really close this week, but some unexpected stuff came up, unfortunately. But I promise we'll get one going. I'm trying my damnedest next week. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. You are so sweet, and thank you. I can't thank you enough for expanding our membership base there for a couple. So what happened to Norman Bernard? Did he just come and poop? Where are you at, Norman? You just came here and threw these hyperbolic accusations at me of proclaiming myself to be the god of life. No, I'm the vegan cult leader, but nowhere did I claim to be the god of life, and never did I make any claim that I have any influence over nature and evolution. I'm just a simple music producer / online content creator that makes response videos and live streams. So how can I affect evolution? I wish I had that kind of awesome power. That'd be great, huh? So I think he just came and pooped, right? What do you guys think? Did he just come and just poop on us and leave? Sounds like he pooped and bailed, which is really common. Anti-vegans, as I feel sorry for Uncle, because he's coming to these live streams not knowing what anti-vegans are like. Hang on a second. I see another small problem here. Hang on. Okay. 1 second here. Poop wall. Hang on 1 second here. Yeah, I see a small problem here. I'm sorry, guys. Oh. One second. I think I see why I was having trouble earlier. All right. Thank you. I see what's going on now. Hang on, let me go back to, okay, I think I fixed the echo. All right, poop wall. You're not going to hear me when I go to the poop wall, so let me fix it. Give me like 20 seconds. I think I... Audio from ATM. Okay, 1 second. All right, you can hear me now, right? You can hear me now, right? Let me know if everything's cool. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. That was like God or a devil came down from heaven or hell and did something, because I didn't do what happened there. Okay, good. You never know what's going to happen with technology. People say, hey, are you totally stoned out of your mind and baked and high when you do these live streams? Hell no. No way. There's no way. I'm the only guy in charge here. I gotta have my wits about me as I do this, or else, there's just no way. No, I'm sober as can be. Anyway, now that's handled. Yeah, we got the gremlins out there. Tanya, good to see you. Yeah, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being stoned with that. I'm not. I mean, I got to be able to troubleshoot live on like what I just did there. Anyway, so, I've had 2 technical errors already. I blew my intro to the live stream. Yeah, and I've had this weird audio bug. Anyway, hey, thanks, Random Animal Rights Content. Thanks again for your super chat tip there. Once again, please give a shout out to the Raven Corps. Are you able to do a video essay on them? Never heard of them. Can you show the viewers their website? What is Raven Corps before I go there? I want to make sure it's not anything like well, let me look first. I'll just Google it right now before I show anyone anything. I'll just check it out really quick. Raven corpse. Oh, okay, that looks fine. All right, this looks cool. Make sure I have a microphone working when I go. Let's see. Hang on 1 second. When I go and show you guys website content, I have to add the audio again. I'm not sure what happened, but let me go there and I'll fix it. So you'll have silence for a couple seconds. Okay, so worry not. All right, got it. All right, cool. Let's see what we have here for Raven Corps. Youth led collective liberation activism for all ages. Are you watching, Jordan? Building a vegan movement for everyone of all ages. So yeah, meaning you have a lot of young people involved here. Cool. Mobilizing young activists and building communities. So if you're watching, Jordan, or any other people school age, check this out, the Raven Corps. Let's see how you can get involved. How do you become a Raven? Well, you have calls every week and stuff. That's cool. Yeah, thanks for sharing this. I've never heard of them before. Yeah, thanks so much again. Random animal rights content, which you're kind of showing me here. Just random animal rights content, stuff I was not aware of. Thank you. Hey, AJ Vintage, how is it going? Let's see, Amy. Who are you talking to there, Amy? Curious. Yeah, Amy's saying veganism is not about classifying animals versus plants. It's about saving animals. Who's saying that veganism is about classifying animals versus plants? Because if we go and look at the definition of veganism, let's take a look what it says. It's a way of living and philosophy that classifies animals versus plants. No, it's a way of living which basically says don't exploit animals, don't be cruel to animals. So have your drinks there. We've looked at our first look at the definition of veganism tonight. Oh, it's Norman. Is Norman back? Let's see. Is Norman trolling us again? Let's see. Let's see. Norman, I'm gonna really put you HAG really silent. No, Norman, I'm looking forward to your content. Are you kidding? I'm not hiding from you. I hate when people say I'm hiding from them. You're so self-centered. Like, how narcissistic are you to think that I only see your stuff? There's like what 70 plus people on right now. I don't see everything you say, so don't be so self-centered. Gosh. Anyway, let me put you up on the poop wall. That's why I have this wall here, just for you, Norman. I have this just for people like you that are here to say a bunch of nonsense. So I want to make sure you understand the rules of engagement here, okay? If you're gonna come here to debunk veganism, as you are, I have some basic rules here, and you're being more or less civil, but please don't accuse me with your stupid narcissistic crap here. No personal attacks. You're doing good here. Doing pretty good on the spamming and trolling. But I want to make sure if you're here to debunk veganism, read rule number 3 really carefully here, Norman. When trying to debunk veganism, I will discuss only one of your claims at a time. We need to explore that claim in depth. As I'm doing that, don't bring up new crap. Don't throw poop on the walls. None of that nonsense. So let's look at what you said here and see what it makes sense, if it makes any sense. So you added, and how you try to justify your position that you get to decide what are you talking about? Please tell me, where have I ever said that I'm the person who decides what life has value? I mean, yeah, sure, I value the lives of animals. Is there something wrong with that? Are you the kind of person that thinks animals' lives have zero value? That's your screwed up belief. And you're free to have it, I guess. I'm not some kind of fascist. I'm not trying to get in your brain and change your beliefs, but I'm free to have my beliefs that animals' lives have worth and value. What is wrong with that? How does that make me a horrible person to believe that animals' lives have value? So answer my questions, Norman, or else I'm gonna kick you out of here, or else one of my moderators will. No personal attacks, rolling on the floor. I've done nothing but ad hominem. All right, I'm about to kick your ass out here. Please show me one ad hominem attack I've made towards you. I said, I don't want your narcissistic crap, is what I'm saying, because you're saying deadly silence from HHV. I'm saying, how self-centered must you be to say something like that? To assume that I saw every comment and I saw yours, and I'm so afraid of Norman that I'm intentionally hiding from Norman because I'm intellectually not equipped to answer his riveting questions. So no, I just didn't see your question, so I called you self-centered because you are. You're expecting that I see you. You're just sitting there screaming, Norman, Norman, I'm the most important guy here. You got to look at all my crap. Ignore all your fans and just regular vegan viewers. Only Norman matters here. Norman lives matter, right? Anyway. Okay, Norman is against housing because since it uses lumber, is he a lumber activist? And did you guys just time him out or something right now? Norman is a lumber activist. Yeah, what would I be scared of? Why would I be scared of Norman? Let's look at his great words. I think you guys put him in timeout, but let's look at his words of wisdom one more time here and see why I would be afraid of this. When were you made the god of life, and what on earth? When were you made a god of what life on earth is valuable and which life is not? Like, what the hell, are you on some major drugs right now? What are you talking about? I am a vegan, like many other people are. I am against animal cruelty. Let's look at the definition again, Norman. This is what veganism is. Just, oops.
Get murdered.
It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. So how does that make us vegans the gods of life on earth? We've just realized that it's wrong. We see it as completely wrong and immoral to exploit, harm, be cruel, and kill animals so people can have a stupid hamburger. Norman Liberation Front. I feel so sorry, Tracy and Uncle, you know, my nice moderators, that you have to see such nonsense. It's like these people, you know, like what is he? Can you guys help me? Like what? Really? Maybe I'm just dumb. What is he trying to say? What is this trying? What do you say? What is Norman trying to say here, guys? Can you help me? When did I take over from nature and evolution? How does eating plants in the process of evolution and separate me from nature? Are plants grown in plastic in outer space or something like that? Like, what the hell? What does this even mean? This is just a bunch of nonsense. It's like Jordan Peterson talk. People, what is wrong with people? Hey, Diana Bananas, how's it going? Thank you. Thanks for the applause there. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but thank you. Ooh, we have Beth now. Let me get Beth on the poop wall as I read random animal rights content super chats here. Can I give a shout out to Animal Justice? Can you show the viewers their website? Google Animal Justice. I will. And let me get her on the poop wall. I'm gonna have to do two things at once here. So let me get her onto the poop wall because Norman, I think, got blocked by our great moderators who don't tolerate people being a dick to me, basically. So we're gonna get to we don't need Bill's name here. He has nothing to do with it. So what's this, Beth? Governments. Governments and elites, one should eat only plants and die young without breeding. Where do you get this from? That's an extreme claim. Like, extreme claims demand extreme evidence. So please tell me, who are these? Where? Show me where this is. Like, what? Like you're saying governments and elites. What government is promoting a vegan diet? Please tell me, because certainly it's not the effing United States. They subsidize, as random animal rights contents points out, they subsidize the meat, dairy, and egg industries. So please tell me, how are they promoting veganism? Can you show me anything from the United States government saying, hey, people, citizens, we all need you guys to go vegan? Because that's what we're promoting. Are you gonna throw Bill Gates' name out there, who is not a vegan? So let me go look at Canada's animal justice. Let's show this here. Let me Google that really quickly. All right, here we go. Animal justice. Let's check this random site out. Thanks for showing this. It's not saying it's a random site, but I've never seen it before. Okay, animal justice. Tell Loblaws to keep cage-free, promise, act now, our mission. Animal justice leads the legal fight for animals in Canada. Awesome. Again, that's what we need. We need the fight done from the lobbyist angle. We need legal professionals. Our lawyers work to pass strong new animal protection laws, push to hold industries accountable for animal abuse, and fight for on behalf of animals in court. Applaud. Thank you. This is awesome. It makes me happy to know that groups like this exist. Things I wasn't aware of. This is what we need more of. And yeah, if you guys want to make any donations, these sound like some great organizations. So where's Beth? Are you still here, Beth? I want to know more about this whole Illuminati global conspiracy of veganism. So please share more. Enlighten me, Beth. Maybe I will have to stop being vegan because all the governments or all these many governments are in cahoots to force people to be vegan so they can't breed. And where do you get this that vegans can't get pregnant? I mean, are you living in a vacuum? I mean, I know many vegans that have had babies, multiple babies. What the hell are you talking about? So let me see. Has Beth made a response here? It's called the food pyramid. That's no answer, Beth. Please tell me. Answer my question, or else my moderators are going to block you. What the hell are you talking about here? First of all, where do you get this information that vegans are unable to produce offspring? Please tell me where you got this. Then I'll ask you the rest about your nonsense here. But please answer that one. Where do you hear? Like, where is this? And Beth, you better answer my question. Don't fight with Fuman or Bill or someone. Answer my question. This is my live stream. You're the one that came here and said this crap. So please tell me where you got this extreme, again, extreme claims demand some extreme evidence. So please tell me that vegans don't produce offspring. I really want to know this. Tracy, he just took a 5-minute nap so he could combat the fact that living in California apparently makes you too woke. So as Beth goes on the internet and tries to find something that proves her point that vegans don't make babies or anything like that, well, wait, Beth, I can't imagine what you're going to find. And don't bring me back some blogger or some guy making a podcast. That's not like science. Like, you know, if you're going to have an extreme claim saying vegans are unable to produce babies, don't show me some shirtless carnivore ranting in front of a Chick-fil-A or something like that. Show me some actual, some scientific evidence, like maybe a position paper from an organization that says vegans can't put out babies, like, you know, an organization of health professionals, I'm saying, not some shirtless, orange tanned guy that eats liver or something like that. That's not what we're looking for. Every long-term vegan you know has no offspring. Can I name a couple for you? How about what's her name? That one in Hawaii. What's her name? You guys help me out. You know, she's like even a raw foodist in Hawaii. What's her name? Ellen Fisher. She has like 3 or 4 babies. She's been vegan forever. And I'm not friends with them anymore, but Mr. and Mrs. Vegan, they used to live out here in LA. They moved back to Missouri after they had their first baby because they needed a support system to take care of it. Since they went to Missouri, they produced yet another baby. So what the hell are you talking? And they're long-term vegans as well, like long as me in that same ballpark. So just because you don't know any vegans that have babies, maybe means you really don't know that many vegans. You know? So yeah, there's your proof. Veganism has been debunked. There we go, guys. Right out vegans that have social media. I'm hitting all the buttons wrong. Let's see. When I'm debunked, do I have audio? Let me make sure. Yeah, I don't have the audio there. Shoot, let me add it. So here we go. Veganism's debunked because Beth doesn't know any vegans personally that have had babies. Despite me knowing, I just mentioned 2 influencers. I know many people who are vegan that have had babies that you would never hear of because they don't have YouTube channels or social media presences. They're not celebrities or anything like that. But veganism is debunked because Beth personally doesn't know any vegans that have babies. Maybe that's a problem of yours, Beth, that you don't know enough vegans. Beth, I was vegan for 7 years, Yoda, and know that I had very little sex drive and virility. Well, maybe that's you. Maybe you're doing something weird. I have off the charts testosterone, Beth. Do you understand that? Just because you had certain issues, you can't just say, let's just say you're right. So maybe some way you were doing veganism, you weren't doing it properly. I don't know what you're doing. We have no idea, and I don't really care. I don't want to get in it right now. But let's just say something about veganism, you're under eating, you didn't have sex drive. That's you. How can you generalize from your own personal experience that all vegans have low sex drive and cannot produce offspring? Do you see how the jump there doesn't make any sense? Because you, one single person, didn't think your sex life was all that great as a vegan. How can you generalize that no vegans in the world are capable of producing babies? Again, my testosterone is off the charts. It's super high it would be high for a guy in his 20s, and I'm 55, and I don't get testosterone butt shots like, say, Joe Rogan, who's my age, does. So yeah, you didn't debunk veganism there, Beth. I don't have the look of someone with high testosterone. Would I look like I had high testosterone if I shaved my head and got puffy like Joe Rogan? Like, what does a high testosterone person look like? How can you tell from looking at someone? Can you just look at me and intuit what my B12 levels are? How about my hemoglobin A1C? Can you just look at me and tell me what my vitamin D or my fasting glucose? How about my neutrophils or red blood cells? Can you just guess that from looking at a person? That's ridiculous. I just look at my Beth. Would you like me to link to my blood test where I show my extremely high testosterone levels? Would you like that, or do you dismiss anything that looks like science? Because what matters is what I see. I look at his face, and I don't think he's a high testosterone person. Oh boy. Okay, can you guys ban Beth? She's just trolling now. Yes, I can look at you and tell all things. Can you guys ban this person? Because they're obviously trolling. And that violates one of our rules here, is to not troll. Let's see what I'm talking about here. I'm not making this stuff up. These are the rules that we all need to abide by. Rule number 2, no spamming or trolling. So if you're saying you can look at me and know all things, you're just full of crap. So thanks, you're banned, and come back with another username. If you do that, we'll ban you again. Hey, thanks again. Dang it, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons today, guys. What's wrong with me, man? VD's gonna debunk veganism because Ryan's hitting all the wrong buttons here, and I claim to be completely sober, too. Tanya, your testosterone is normal too. Okay, let's see what you got here for me. Random animal rights content. Thanks for the super chat tip. Google and evaluate. Oh yeah, Faunalytics. Yeah, those are the people that make that study that a lot of anti-vegans like to say. Oh, but 80% of vegans and vegetarians, they quit. They can't handle it after a few years. Yeah, it's usually, and if you read the study, it says it's due to social pressures, not because they got sick or they got gut issues and nonsense like that. But let's take a look at Faunalytics website. Okay, here we go. Let's check it out. I haven't been there in a while. Research for effective animal advocacy. So we need this arm too. I'm glad you've shown all the stuff. We need activists. You've shown activist sites. You've shown lobbyist sites. You've shown legal professional sites. And we need people who can produce the data that I'll cite and rely upon in making my arguments. So yeah, everyone, check out faunalytics.org. And I need to keep this up on my browser here too, so I can see what they have up lately. So yeah, I thought don't they have a new report about vegans and vegetarians? Maybe that's it right there, bringing back former vegans and vegetarians. So thanks for sharing that. What is that, Tracy, about Beth? She wants to see some vegan what there? I'm carb lettuce reason. I'm just tired. I went to the gym. I'm starting to like build up my basketball conditioning back because I haven't had people to play with when I go. I've just been doing drills on my own. But you know, to really get your basketball legs back, you got to play people. So I tell you, last Friday was the first time I played someone in months, and I got toasted, man. I mean, I was just so tired. Because you know, I mean, I did great, but at the end of the game, I was missing every shot because my legs were just too tired. Veganism debunked. No, just because my conditioning. So I played more today. I lasted a bit longer with my legs, but yeah, it's coming back. So I'm a little tired. I did some hard work today. Yeah, Samuel, I know this whole thing. The government is not trying to make people go vegan. Like I said, they give subsidies to the animal food corporations. When was the last time you heard them like subsidizing Beyond Meat or something like that? Just egg. No, they have to compete in the same free market, but it's not a free market. It's not an even playing field because a lot of these animal products their prices are unnaturally low compared to what would happen in a normal free and open market. VLM, why do other people care about how many children other people have? Well, how is that anyone's business? A lot of couples don't want to have kids, and a lot of couples can't have kids. And I'm just letting you know, we're not one of those. We intentionally didn't want to have children. But a lot of couples, it's an issue that if they can't have babies is psychologically devastating. They can get divorced, have mental health issues. Never ask someone why they don't have kids. I mean, it could really be a really touchy subject for some couples who are struggling and just getting devastated by, you know, and they're not vegans. They're just, you know, you can debunk animal-based diets, right? Because some couples can have babies, right? That's what Beth would do. Anyway, yeah, some people like myself, just, you know, I love children. I love my nieces and nephews. And at the end of the day, after hanging out and playing with them, and I'm glad they go back home with their parents, to be honest with you. I don't want to wash them up and tuck them into bed and all that stuff. That sounds like a lot of work. I just want to come home and just take a bath. What's that, Fu Man Poo? You fear implants. I always fear about implants too, after what the aliens did to you. Travis can relate. I always wondered too. I'll wake up and I'll see like a blanket pulled off the bed or something like that. Like, how did that happen? Like, I wouldn't pull the blanket off the bed. Like, the aliens must have come and pulled the blanket, and while they're at it, probably performed some implant thing, right? Because that's what aliens are obsessed with, putting implants in our butts, right? That's what aliens like to do. Oh, Tracy, now you're taunting Beth, huh? If she's still watching. If you're watching, Beth, hello. Do you want a piece of this? Is that what you're all about? You want a piece of this? I don't look like high testosterone, but I really truly have high testosterone. You want a little piece of this, Beth? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, VLAM, I'm kind of glad after, I mean, seeing reports like what came out this week, I'm kind of glad, you know, I'm not going to have a kid that's going to be around and like, say the year like 2090 or something like that and have to deal with what kind of, you know, a world we might be. Hey, Jerry, is that you, Vian Moyman, that just donated $5? Yes, I did. Did you change your name? Because I remember last week, Vian Moyman was the person advocating for me to relearn some Grateful Dead songs. Is that you? Let me know. I did. Yeah, I did. Let's see if that's Vian Moyman or not. But yes. No, I didn't hear about that, Werner. All right, Vian, I'll do it just for you. All right, so yeah, last week I had trouble on the fly. I remembered it like once the live stream is over and didn't have to be distracted by a live stream. I learned it really quickly again. All right, so for Vian Moyman / Jerry, I'm gonna play a little bit of Ripple from the Grateful Dead. So. that's it in a nutshell there. See, I really am a musician. I really can play guitar and stuff. So yes, thanks for pushing me to do that, Jerry/Van Moyman. Is the song vegan? It's a song with a very positive message. My other Jerry song or Grateful Dead song I like to play a lot was Black Peter. I was jamming that last night. I go, wait, I'm kind of sliding in between keys. I'm not sure if I'm in the right key, so maybe next week I'll jam some Black Peter for you. Anyway, Koba Lyle, do I know of any study that shows that high triglycerides alone negatively affect health? I think it's an unjustifiably demonized health marker. You have high triglycerides? I don't know. I'm not a health expert or anything like that, and I'm not as on top of like following studies as say like Mike the Vegan. That'd be a great question for him, or if you can catch like Dr. Greger on a live stream, or Dr. Proteinaholic, what's his name? Garth Davis. Dr. Garth Davis. Those guys would be able to tell you about that. I really don't want to make health-related claims like that, not being a health professional, or if that were something that affected me, I would probably know the answer to that too, but that's not something that's affected me. So anytime I give you any kind of thing that sounds like health advice, I'll preface it as like this is something that applies to me. That's why I know something about it. If it wasn't something I had, I probably wouldn't know about it because I wasn't trained in that kind of thing, in those areas. Let's see. Hey, Wesker, Lonely Sunset, dope AF, love it. Thanks. That's one of our songs that we released last year. Thank you. What else am I missing here? Thanks, Allison, for the compliment on the guitar there. Let's see. Koba, gotcha. Thanks for the answer. I'm full of energy. Thank you. Someone just said they watched me, and just a few minutes before you came on and said, I can look at you and tell that you don't have high testosterone, even though my blood tests show I do have high testosterone. I wonder what high testosterone looks like, huh? Like I said, does it mean you have to shave your head and get orange skin or something like that? I'm not sure. There'll be new Love Spirals. I have 3 new songs on my computer. They're pretty much all done now. We just got to get Angie's vocals on. But I spent the past few months, during all these rainy months, just sitting here, not being able to go out, just working on these 3 brand new songs. And just matter now of just focusing on getting the singing taken care of, like making sure we have all the parts, all the harmonies, and recording them. Tracy, you still going off on the vegan eggplant there? Let's see, Sweet Potato Sister. Yeah, we all have our own personal feelings about kids and stuff. Yours is, I don't like kids because you raised most of your siblings as a kid. That kind of happened to Angie too, being the oldest in her family. She raised her 3 youngest sisters who are now adults and have their own kids. I knew that I never wanted kids. It's the same thing. Your experience is just like Angie's. I don't know if there's some connection there. If you're an older sibling and you're somehow forced to raise your younger siblings, so you feel like you've already done it, right? It's like it kind of, the mystery is gone. You already did it. You know what it's like. So that's Angie's experience exactly there. Hey, random animal rights content. Wow, thanks for another super chat tip there. Let's see what we got here. Website checkout challenge. Good Food Institute, I am aware of them. They're like a lobbying group as well, right? Agriculture Fairness Alliance, I haven't heard of them. Fish Welfare Initiative, not heard of them. Material Innovation Initiative. FIPA, wow, I've never heard of these. Okay, guys, you got some good websites to check out. I'm glad you're showing this again. Once again, I'm glad because we need all these types of organizations to fight the fight. It is a fight to fight for the rights of animals, fight to end like animal agriculture subsidies, the whole thing. We need lobbying groups. We need lawyers. We need people to like data, brain think tanks. People that can get the numbers and data to support our arguments. So we need it all. We need activists, street activists, young, old, this whole thing. So yeah, our super chat person here. Random animal rights content is on top of it. You're A+ here, resource for information on all these ways to expand your activism. This is what I like to say. There's no one correct way to be an activist. You know, the YouTuber guy banned off my channel here thinks there's only one way to do it. There's many ways. You could be a data analyst, vegan activist. You could be a lawyer, vegan activist. You could be a medical doctor, vegan activist. You could be a lobbyist, vegan activist. We need every single kind. We need every kind of personality, every kind of profession that can make some kind of a contribution towards the fight, for lack of a better term. We need you all out there. So I appreciate and love this diversity, and it's absolutely necessary to have it. You know, if you really think that, you know, vegan activists need to be sitting here on YouTube, that's a really limited view of what vegans can do. And how much of the world can we really affect on YouTube? We're not going to be able to affect lobbying laws. We need lobbyists to do that. I mean, laws. We need lobbyists to change laws. Just me sitting here on YouTube talking about this perfect ideal world I wish we lived in ain't going to happen. I'm just a music guy. You know, I'm not like a lawyer or a lawmaker. Anyway, let's get back to it. Ecologists. See, we need every kind. We need everyone bring their skills to the table. I think of myself as kind of a low form of being an activist. You know, I'm just some guy on YouTube. I'm not like important, or, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I'm not going to change laws. I'm not going to, affect governments or anything like that. I'm just some guy, you know, just some guy that has a camera and uploads content to YouTube. Yeah, who are we talking about, Sarah? Yeah, Ryan lifts in his garage. Is someone asking if I lift or something? Who's asking about me lifting? I'll answer your questions if you want to know about my lifting. Let's see. Koba. Oh, there it's Koba. Law. You should start lifting, Ryan. Then they will see your high testosterone. I do lift. Yeah, let's do a gun show here. Unflexed. Yeah, let's get a nice angle here on the guns here. Yeah, I'm not trying to become a bodybuilder. I'm just showing you. I'm not like, my muscles aren't like deteriorating into like thin air or something like that. I mean, again, I'm not saying I'm The Rock or something like that, but I'm not trying to look like that. I'm a basketball player. I just want to have a nice, long, lean, strong physique, you know, like many basketball players have. I don't want to look like a big, bulky bodybuilder that can't run down the court and can't guard these little, like, you know, 5'11", 135-pound guards that I often have to defend. I'm trying to, you know, I have a certain body type I'm working towards, and I kind of have it. I'm proud of what I've worked on, how my body's developed over the past couple years. I did what I wanted. So anyway, I'm supposed to kiss the guns. I didn't know that. Uh-oh. Jesse doesn't have any audio? Yeah, you guys are hearing me. I'm seeing my audio levels now. The Rock is over. I'm just saying as an example. I never once wanted to look like The Rock. You know, I don't look at The Rock and go, wow, I wish I looked like that. But I'll see like basketball players, like on the Lakers, I'll see a guy like Austin Reeves and go, wow, I'd like to have a physique like Austin, just, you know, lean and stronger, like Kevin Durant, something like that, Steph Curry. You know, those guys don't look like The Rock or anything like that. What's that, Sarah? I know you love the gym, huh? You love being a strong Amazon woman. I could do some damage if needed. Do you have big bursting muscles, Sarah? I know you love the gym, but somehow my mind's a picture of you. I don't see like big, like, you know, I just see maybe like me, kind of like, you know, like nice, lean, good muscles rather than like a bodybuilder kind of thing. Let me know, Sarah. You can help me complete my mental picture of you. Yeah, Jill, not all of us want to be on roids or anything like that. AJ, you need to do weight training but afraid of catching COVID at the gym. Yeah, that is a possibility for sure. I mean, you can wear a mask. That'll help for sure, and like spray the stuff. I'm blessed because I invested in a home gym and I have a place for it. I want to thank Tracy, moderator Tracy, for showing me how it was quite possible to put together a home gym, because I saw her doing it. So I'm going, shit, if she can do it, and her and Will can do it, I can do it too. The Rock should have already evolved to the stone, huh? Okay. Oh, VLAM, cool. I'm an inspiration. You want to stay active when you're my age? Yeah, it's very possible. I want to have a quick little story today. I played some basketball today at the gym. And after 2 games of like pretty much being pretty dominant, basically, I asked one of the guys that was on the receiving end of my my play. I asked him at the end, "How old do you think I am, by the way?" He said, 35. And I said, "Oh, add 20 years to that." He couldn't believe it. So I'm just saying, you have all these haters that come on and say, "Oh, Ryan, you look like you're like 80 years old." Like, funny how no one at the gym, after they get trounced by me, says that. They think I'm in my 30s. Usually, that's usually not the case. Usually at the gym, they think I'm like in my 40s, like early to mid 40s. Like last week, someone thought I was 46. I kind of get bummed when they guess 46. I go, "Oh, no, you're supposed to guess like a little younger than that." But still like, 9 years younger than what I really am. Yeah, Bob, people, really, haters like to come on. I should take more screen caps. So that vegan diet is aging you rapidly. You look like you're 75 or 80 years old. Like, huh, funny. No one ever thinks that when I'm at the gym kicking their ass. They don't even, they guard me like I'm like a pro, they don't give me any slack, Anyway. You need to start lifting again, Tanya. Yeah, it's fun to lift. I mean, I like playing basketball more, but I can't play it every day. It'd be really rough on my old body as far as the recovery goes. So I lift on the off days. I play basketball 2 days a week typically, and lift on the other 4 or 5 days. Yeah, let us reason. That's the thing in basketball. It's cool to have muscle, for sure. That's why I'm putting muscle on. But you don't want to get to the point where it slows you down. So if you just don't care about movement and you just want to be a bodybuilder, yeah, you're going to slow down. But yeah, basketball players, it's more important to be able to move your feet, to be quick, than to just be buff and slow. So yeah, I think I've like I said, I've achieved what I wanted. I'm putting on muscle. I'm stronger, yet I still have my foot speed. Koba wants to know what kind of philosophy I'm into. Yes, I studied philosophy. I don't really read much philosophy these days. I mean, this was in the 90s when I was, when I graduated and went to grad school. But what remains is in my brain, in my mind, is a way of thinking that cannot be taken away from me. That doesn't get forgotten. Is critical thinking skills, and that's what I think I bring to our channel more than most other channels, because I was one of the few people on vegan YouTube who actually has a degree in philosophy and specialized in just like clear, concise thinking. So yeah, that's it. Just critical thinking skills. But I studied. My main interests back in the day were philosophy of mind, philosophy of language in grad school, and just kind of the history of philosophy. In my undergrad, they were really big on the history of philosophy. I studied everything from the pre-Socratics to the Socrates, Plato, Aristotle era, medieval philosophy, then like the Enlightenment, and it kind of ended there. But I studied modern philosophy in grad school. Hey, Jordan, you made the Vegan Teens Thrive shirt. Awesome. Thanks for the super chat, Tim. That brings me to an idea. I always put in my titles often I'll put in my titles, non-deficient vegan responds, or ask a non-deficient vegan anything. Angie's going to make us a non-deficient vegan t-shirt on Teespring. So you'll probably see me wearing it in a couple weeks, and then you'll be able to get it too if you want. But I just want one for myself. I figure if you guys might want it too. But anyway, just let you know, we're going to make a non-deficient vegan tee for you guys soon. Yeah, Bill, when you played competitive basketball, yeah, it didn't lift. Yeah, basketball players really didn't lift in the 70s. I'm not sure what your era was, but it wasn't really until like the 80s when Michael Jordan showed how lifting doesn't like make your basketball worse. It makes his basketball even better. Now it's just common. Yeah, if you play basketball, you lift. Now they do, but they use active stretches to stay flexible. Yep. Yeah, if you ever go see an NBA game, before the game starts, you'll see them shooting out on the floor, but often you'll see a bunch of guys stretching too. As many guys are out there shooting, you'll see them all laying on the floor stretching as well. Tanya, you did lift your 90-pound dog into the truck? That sounds pretty good. Wow, I guess if you're lifting, you'd be able to lift him in easier, but that sounds pretty tough. Regenerative Designs Australia. How about a still not dead vegan? I like that, but it's a little too morbid, I think. I'm going to go with non-deficient vegan. And people can use code vegan to get 99% off. Let us know if you have a link, Jordan. You could send it to me, and I'll if you send it to my Instagram, I could probably copy it and paste it into here. Let me know. Let me know if you got something. Let's see. Let us reason. Have a T-shirt. Front. How to debunk veganism. See back. Back. How to debunk veganism. See front. Yeah, Bill. Lakers 7:30 game tonight, which means if it's at Staples Center / Crypto.com Arena, I can't get used to saying that. Tip off will be about 7:37. So yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to watch the second half tonight. I need to stretch more, Giovanni. Yeah, I used to stretch more, but anyway. Cool. Charlotte is beating the Mavs by 20. That will definitely help the Lakers. Yeah, we need a bunch of teams in the Western Conference to lose games over the next couple weeks. V, you read that Shaq's free throws sucked because of his flexibility? I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't think he's ever was a good free throw shooter, even before he got super buff. Because he didn't always look like Shaq. I saw pictures of him from like high school or college. He was kind of lean, you know. So I just don't. Some people just aren't that great with free throws. But yeah, maybe so. He was one of the worst ones, and he was one of the biggest armed basketball players of modern times. Yeah, Uncle. Yeah, it's a great book. Yeah, read Demon Haunted World by Carl Sagan to learn more about critical thinking in this modern age, media literacy, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can't recommend that book. No. Okay, you sent it. Cool. Let me check my Instagram here, Jordan. Let's see. Oh, actually, if I check it on my computer, I could probably get the link and paste it, because once it's on my phone, it might be a little tough. Ooh, I don't have Instagram up. Give me 1 second, guys. Yikes. All right, messages. Let's see. I'm not seeing it. Did you send it to to Happy Healthy Vegan? Send it to Ryan Lum Rocks. The last message I see here is actually from Peter, our moderator. So yeah, let me know if you send it to Ryan Lum Rocks on Instagram. Bob says, I find religious to be the best critical thinkers. No, religious, atheist, has nothing to do with critical thinking skills. You might like the conclusions they come to, doesn't mean their critical thinking skills aren't necessarily better. I mean, anyone can display great critical thinking skills if properly taught and executed. It has nothing to do with your religious beliefs. It's not like if you believe in God or Buddha or whatever that you're gonna have automatically like superior critical thinking skills, Bob. That's actually showing me that's not great critical thinking to make that assertion there. But anyway, you did? Let me check it out again. Let me look at my phone. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing Jordan's message here. Yeah, it's not showing me on the website. Oh, there it is. It went in general, not primary. Okay, let me see what you got here. Copy link. Okay, let's go check out the shirts that Jordan made. Oops, wrong tab there. All right, let's check it out here. Bam. Okay, that's my Instagram. We don't need to see my Instagram messages. Okay. All right, there it is. Vegan Teens Thrive. Let me put the link down to Vegan Jordan's his Teespring store here. Yeah, hashtag Vegan Teens Thrive. Anyone a vegan teen or want to support vegan teens, let me paste the link down here for Jordan's shirt here. All right, there we go. veganjordan.com/creator spring. You see it down there in the chat there, guys. Hang on, let me get out of something here, guys. 1 second. Okay. All right. So I think I missed a few comments there, so let me see what's going on. All right. There's Sarah. Cut it out, Bob, with your big talk. Let me see what he said this time. I already shut him down that religious people display the best critical thinking skills, which is completely just an assertion. Let's see. Okay, didn't say anything more about that because it's not true. It's just simply not true. There's no evidence anywhere that like religious people have the best. I'm not even saying their critical thinking skills are worse. It's just there shouldn't be any different. It's up to the individual. It has nothing to do with your beliefs. Oh, awesome, Jordan. You're welcome, Jordan. You're absolutely welcome. Yeah, so are you saying, Bob, that people like Bill and myself and many others here who don't subscribe to your particular religious point of view, that we are not critical thinkers, or we are incapable of having critical thinking occur in our minds? What are you saying here, Bob? You better use some good critical thinking to explain this implication of your assertion here, that those who lack proper religious backgrounds will necessarily suffer from inferior or flawed thinking. Please explain that one. I want to hear this one, Bob. Is Bob being nice to me? I don't know. It depends on what he says there. It sounds like he's making it sound like if you have no religious background or whatever, that your critical thinking skills will be inferior. Please show me that one. Again, extremely claims require extraordinary evidence. So please show me the evidence for that one. Awkward guy. Do I get my blood checked like every year? Yeah, roughly every 12 to 18 months or so. Yeah, I'm planning to get another one done this summer, because I'm going to meet with my cardiologist later on this year, and I want to get a blood test before that. Do all the B12 and everything. Are you going? Leaving us? Good night, Lettuce Reason. Good to see you. I was saying we're less likely to be to have critical thinking skills. So Bob, you're saying I don't have critical thinking skills because in your eyes I'm Buddhist, which if you look at from a is it a theistic religion like I assume what you're into? No, it's not. So therefore it has more in common with like atheism, because it's not a theistic based religion. So you're saying I don't have critical thinking skills. Is that what you're saying? Is that what your assertion is here, Bob? I lack critical thinking skills because of my religion, or lack of having a theistic one or something like that? Yeah, I think I'm okay here, Jordan, but we'll see what Bob says. What's that telling you? 3 schools of thought are religion, philosophy, and science. Religion is based on belief. Science is based on evidence. Philosophy, big thoughts. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Don't be mean to Ryan. Yeah, Bill, I'm kind of with you here. Bob is here every week and either brings nothing to the table or just like weird stuff like this, that you have to be of a certain religion to possess critical thinking skills. Like, I want to know, what about me makes me unable to have critical thinking skills? Okay, says I may have critical thinking skills. So you're not even agreeing that I do. You're saying it's possible. It's possible Ryan might have critical thinking skills. Okay, so it still hasn't been determined, despite my the plethora of videos I've made responding to people anti-vegan nonsense using clear, concise thinking. That still is not sufficient to display critical thinking, Bob. Like, what requirement do you have? Like, what must people do to display critical thinking? read, but those who reject religion tend to believe what they want to believe and are the masters of rationalizing their own preferences. Well, again, I use critical thinking to arrive at my conclusions. I'm not trying to I don't have an agenda other than to dispel misinformation. So please tell me how I'm doing this stuff that you say that non-religious people have. And you don't think religious people use to make rational arguments in an attempt to justify their pre-existing biases and religious beliefs? It happens all the time. I mean, I don't see how, if you're religious, you can get away with it, and if you're atheist or something, you can't do that. I don't understand how one gets a free pass and others don't. Yeah, Star Cradle, bias is inherent to humanity. It's not exclusive to any one group. But in Bob's mind, if a religious philosopher exhibits bias, it's totally cool. Free pass, totally awesome. But if an atheist thinker exhibits bias, oh, they're just trying to rationalize their own pre-existing biases and beliefs, which is wrong. But, I don't understand that. So, Bob, you tell me, am I lacking critical thinking skills? Because that's what you made it sound like. You said you may have critical thinking skills, like I might not. So tell me, am I lacking critical thinking skills? Curious, Bob, what your analysis is. The irony of Bob's critical thinking is palpable, Jesse. And Graven puts out, hail Satan. Not Satan, the food, but hail Satan, he loves you. That's a good way to look at it, Bill. You've concluded that Bob, over the months, has just been nothing but trolling us, huh? Yeah, good point, awkward guy. It's not like a either or, like if one is true, or false dichotomy. If one is true, the other must be, if one's false, the other side must be true, or something like that. Oh, Bob, so you can't make that determination. I haven't proven over the course of all my videos consistently responding to misinformation, responding to it in an evidence-based approach, using critical thinking skills to arrive at my conclusions. So that's not enough to prove that I have critical thinking. You're saying to have critical thinking skills, I must be on your side of the question of whether morality is objective or subjective. That's the determination. If I land on the right side of that either or, then and only then can you deem me as a person who possesses critical thinking. Do you see how self-indulgent and egotistical that is, Bob? So I may have critical thinking skills only if I have Bob's preferred stance on the objectivity of morality. That's the primary factor. I can have horrible critical thinking skills. I can make all these nonsense videos like What I've Learned and Jordan Peterson and Joe Rogan. I can make all that nonsense. But as long as I land on Bob's preferred side of the stance of the question of morality being subjective or objective, only then will I have critical thinking skills, despite me having all this flawed thinking. Yeah, that makes so much sense, Bob. Bob, let's look at the definition of veganism. Oops, that's not the definition of veganism. Let's look at Jordan's shirt for a second here. Now let's look at the definition of veganism, because here's what vegans believe. Vegans aren't arguing about like scholastic or academic issues. We are concerned about animal cruelty, real world things. We don't give a crap about how many angels can dance on the head of a pin or really abstract ideas like that. There's real animals being killed daily so people can enjoy hamburgers, milk, eggs, dairy, and crap like that. We are against animal cruelty and exploitation. Why do we have to have why is it necessary? Like, let's look at Jordan, vegan Jordan here, 14-year-old vegan activist. He's never studied a day of philosophy, ethics, morality, philosophy, stuff like that. But he understands veganism completely. He doesn't need to have these abstract concepts of objective versus subjective truths of moral philosophy. It's just, you don't need any of that. All you have to do is look out into the world and see animals being exploited and know that that's wrong. And the important part here is and you want to do something about that. Live your life in accordance with that belief. Like, I don't want to contribute to those cows being killed. I don't want to contribute to those baby male chickens being scooped up and killed. I don't want to contribute to that. So why do we have to get into objective versus subjective morality? It's a personal thing to see this cruelty and exploitation. It's like, just like if you see something being murdered, well, you cannot have a proper opinion about murder because we need to understand if your morality is objective or subjective. No, if you see someone get killed, you don't sit there and ponder these abstract thoughts that don't really apply in the real world when you see someone getting killed. So you said you understand veganism. Your objection is making a moral issue that should be pushed on others. Where in the definition, Bob, does it say it's a philosophy against animal cruelty and exploitation, and it must be pushed onto everyone? Where do you get that veganism must be pushed? I was at the gym today. I had my Happy Healthy Vegan basketball jersey on. I didn't push it on anyone. I mean, nothing. We were talking about how I'm playing well for my age, 55. I never once, and today at least, didn't talk about, oh, it's because I eat a bunch of plants and blah, blah. You know, it's like, what do you mean push it? Where do you get it that vegans must push their beliefs on other people? Where do you get this from, Bob? Curious. Yeah, Vian Moyman, Bob's getting some of us drunk tonight, huh? Yeah, Jesse, who's pushing it? I mean, there's some pushy people, but there's pushy vegans. There's pushy non-vegans. I get pushy non-vegans coming every day to my comments. I'll make another video, Bob, show you all the mean, pushy, hateful comments I get. People trying to push their beliefs onto me. Do I make a video or go on your live stream comments and say, hey, all you non-vegans are trying to push your lifestyle onto my veganism? It just happens. Some people are pushy. It doesn't mean all people of that dietary choice are pushy, or all people of that belief, whatever, are pushy. Who pushes people to eat meat? Should we go to my comments? Just go into my comments on YouTube and into any video, and you'll see people tell me that I need to eat meat. Our ancestors ate meat, so you got to eat meat too. I get this all the time. I just deleted a couple today because they were so mean and hateful, just attacking me for anything. The reason why you look so old is because you had a piece of meat on you. Just crap it like that. So I get it all the time. So should I generalize that meat eaters are pushing their lifestyle onto me? Because Angie and I see this every day. We could very safely and easily make such a generalization, but please tell me, where is it in veganism that it says that we need to push it onto others? Because it doesn't say that. All we've established is that some people are very pushy. Vegans, there's some pushy vegans, and there's a hell of a lot pushy. There's a lot of pushy non-vegans. So what? What does that mean about anything? Yeah, Samuel. I love how Samuel often summarizes things down for me. Yeah, we do not push. We give ethical information / knowledge to people to make people understand what they're doing, that there's ethical consequences. Animals are being harmed. Animals are being killed. A lot of people just don't want to think about that and let them know, hey, you can choose food that doesn't involve animals being killed. How is that being pushy? Just giving them information. Oh, so you're saying it's right for these Bob? So Bob is saying it's right for Arby's and all these mean haters and bigots that come into my comments pushing me to eat meat because they're not pushing it for moral reasons. So that makes it okay. That makes all the hate totally fine. All the pushiness and hate totally fine because they're not pushing for moral reasons. How do you know what their intentions are when these idiot haters come into my comments? You don't know what their reasons are. You don't know what their intentions are. Yeah, awkward guy. Yeah, not every meat eater is pushy, but there is pushiness coming from meat eaters and the meat industry. You can't deny that. Hey, Fa Dieting. Yeah, your children cannot eat a vegan meal at school lunches. That means that if we couldn't afford to supply our own lunches, our kids would be forced to eat in a way, they would be forced to eat animal products. So yeah, there's some a different kind of forcing there. Yeah, it's a forced by default. It's a different kind of pressure, if you will. Yeah, Sam was right. Where do you think these crazy, stupid ideas are coming from? Like, yeah, the meat and the meat and dairy are the ones pushing by stating this nonsense like, if you don't eat your meat, you're not a real man. You know, crap like that. Like, masculinity is wrapped up in eating dead animals somehow. I don't understand the connection there. Jordan, you see where I got my kindness from? Where did I get my kindness from, Jordan? Let me know. I'm curious. What did I say or do? Jesse 12string says, I discuss veganism once a week in this forum. Other than that, my family and friends know I don't serve or eat animal products. It ends there. No pushing. See, not every vegan is sitting around saying, hey, look at you. You're a bad person. You got to follow my morality because I am the truth giver here. That's what Bob's fantasy is of vegans. Men used to hunt meat. So what? Men gathered stuff too. Ladies gathered stuff. Men gathered stuff. So what? So men used to do all sorts of horrible things. Men used to sacrifice humans. Men used to rip the hearts out of, depending on where your ancestors are, men used to rip the hearts out of live other humans and sacrifice them to the gods. Men did that. Should men keep doing that? Men did it. That was a really masculine thing to do in certain places in the world in the past. Men ripped people's hearts, beating hearts out, sacrificed it to their gods. Talk about religion, right? So men should be ripping hearts out of victims. I mean, just because men did some stuff in the past doesn't mean it was right. Just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it ought to continue. Some kind of is-ought fallacy. Talk about critical thinking there, Bob. And they did it in the name of religion too. You're not defending it. Well, it's also not manly to eat a bunch of meat and build up cholesterol, arterial plaques from cholesterol, and suffer a heart attack. There's nothing manly about that. Explain to me how that's manly to go down, get a heart attack, and and suffer or pass away. I'm just saying, just because meat is somehow tied to masculinity, well, meat does a doozy on men's masculinity by having them succumb and either pass on or have a much lower quality of life. And some of us here know exactly what that has happened to firsthand. Like our relatives, loved ones have had that suffer. That's happened to my dad. Killing is manly, another meat and dairy propaganda. Yeah, men used to kill other men, and like sacrifice them. That's manly. I never hunted, Jordan. No, I never hunted in my life. No. I don't. I misspoke something. Just to absolutely clarify, no, I am not a hunter. I didn't hunt ever. Giovanni, I didn't know being manly means having high cholesterol. Wow, very alpha, right? I'm so alpha, my cholesterol is through the roof. Yeah, Peter. I heard. Yeah, you told us about your friend there. That's an unfortunate situation. Died of a stroke, and he ate tons of meat. This is a fun night, despite us talking about such kind of like dark things tonight. Yeah, truth. Yeah, now JL, especially now, real men are not warriors. Typically, we don't go out into battle. You know what I'm talking about? Now, a real man will, if you want to tell a real man, yeah, more protectors. Protect your family. You don't go out and kill people and stuff like that. That's a really effed up perception of what men are about. Yeah, Muthulian, what is manly is having a strong, healthy, vegan body that will be around to take care of those they love. And that's my responsibility to my family. I want to take care of Angie as long as I can. She wants to take care of me as long as she can, actually. I want to take care of my mom well and be healthy to help her out in her old age. Yeah, Kate Farnham. Yeah, my arterial plaque is bigger than yours, huh? That's what manly man is, huh? That's very alpha. Yeah, I'm with you, Starro Jones. Yeah, why are some foods considered manly or lady or feminine or something like that? That makes no sense. They're plants. They're foods. You know, it's like, just eat them. Don't attach gender to them or whatevs. Yeah, good point, Samuel. Yeah, gorillas, elephants, rhinos, bulls, and rams are so feminine because they don't eat meat. Yeah, you know, the mighty rhinoceros, you know. Whoever said, yeah, that rhino looks like a wuss. He looks like he looks lame. No, said no one ever. Yeah, Peter, yeah, we all know how much sense that makes, right? Said like no other doctor in the world agrees with that point of view. Well, vegan woman, you're raised to hunt, but you went vegan at 14 when you realized how screwed up it was. Haven't spoken to my father in years. Deeply regret all the animals you killed. Nothing manly about it. Yeah, it's nothing manly about killing an innocent animal. Here you are, equipped with all this technology that hunters possess, and you're out there shooting an animal out in the wild with nothing other than their wits and their athleticism to get away. Oh, so you think gathering berries is just easy, like knowing where and when to find berries? It's just so simple and easy. But going out and shooting an animal, that's like a high degree of cognitive skills there. Yeah, how sexist and just ignorant that must be to diminish the kinds of knowledge and wisdom people have to find berries. Yeah, nice one, Bob. Let's just move on here. This is just getting ridiculous. And let's say hunting did require high skills. Who gives a crap? We don't need to hunt anymore. Again, who gives a crap what people had to do thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago? We don't live in that world right now. I'm sure, Bob, you'd have to admit, our ancient ancestors would have all given their left arms to be able to have access to like supermarkets like we do. Like, what? You guys have refrigeration? What is this wicked mystical technology of the gods and demons there? Refrigeration and these supermarkets? And you go there in cars and you could give money and they give you food. I mean, it's a whole different world. We don't need to go out and hunt and just to base modern living in 2023 on people who were lucky to live to the age of 30 that had no supermarkets or refrigeration. It's a whole different world. Why do we want to do anything that they did? Why are we admiring that in 2023? I want to do better than a freaking caveman. No offense to cavemen, just saying. I want to aspire higher than what cavemen were able to achieve. I want to live longer. I have lived longer than cavemen, and I want to continue living longer than cavemen. Sam, I guess you could if I was trapped on a desert island and all I had was an infinite supply of potatoes and broccoli. I'd be stoked. Would I choose to do that? Hell no. Again, we have supermarkets. I can go and buy all sorts of foods. Why restrict yourself to potatoes and broccoli for? But yeah, if you were trapped, a restaurant locked you in and they weren't coming back for a few months, they were going away for the winter season and they left you with nothing, but you found broccoli and potatoes, awesome. You'll survive until the rescuers get you. Yeah, I'm not trying to offend the caveman from Geico. If you're watching Geico Caveman, no offense, but you kind of suck and I want to live longer and better than a caveman. Bob Hill, I'm absolutely right. But masculinity is still largely defined by a man's strength and overall competence. Like, where do you get this from? A man that can fix a car, change a tire is attractive, not sexist. Is this your opinion, Bob? that maybe you find that attractive. Maybe if you see a man changing your tire, you get a little, something flowing in your blood and all that. That's you. But that doesn't happen to everyone here in the chat necessarily. It doesn't happen to anyone else. I know it turns Angie on, and she doesn't get attracted when she sees a guy changing a tire or something like that, Bob. That's you. If that's your thing, awesome. Good for you. And, I'm not telling you to get rid of those things that make your life a little happier and more cheerful when you see stuff like that, but that's not what we all get turned on by, just saying. I know what kind of guys Angie likes, and they don't have big muscles like The Rock or anything like that. I know she's watching some on TV right now on this band reality show, this K-pop reality show. K-pop guys, by the way, I'm buff compared to most K-pop guys. She likes guys that have nice, just lean muscles. Like, we're strong, but we're lean. We don't walk around because we're all swollen and we have a weird waddle because our muscles are too big. So that's not attractive. I don't know where this idea came from. The seeing men walk around with this weird waddle is very sexy or attractive, and it's not for most women I know, at least. So anyway, Bob. Yeah, I lift because I like to have a lean, strong body compared to my runner days when I had a lean body with very low muscle mass because I didn't lift. I lift because I want to have a nice, strong body. But no one in their right mind would say, Ryan, you look swole and buff, because that's not what I'm training for. Again, I can put out a little gun show here, but it's not, it's nothing like The Rocks or anything like that. So I just have a nice, a nice, lean but strong physique. That's what Angie likes. That's the kind of guys I see her, like, ooh, that guy's hot. His body, they have bodies kind of like mine, maybe. Yeah, Bob's fetish. Yeah, Bob has a certain fetish. And again, he's totally entitled to have that. We all have our own preferences and, fetishes and stuff like that. Totally cool. Not knocking it in any way. If that's what turns you on, Bob, awesome. Yeah, Liver King, exactly. I don't know any woman that looks at Liver King and go, wow, that guy is so hot. All that stuff, and no, he looks like a freak, a body like Liver King's is really to attract other men and boys who will be influenced by him, but it's not the kind of body that girls are goggling, whatever, oodling over. It's not. I'm sure there's a few. I'm not saying there's none, but it's generally not what chicks are into. Ladies or female ladies, I'm sorry, what's the right gender pronoun? It's not what ladies, girls I know are into. You vegans are funny, Revolto? Well, yeah, sometimes they're funny. Yeah, does anyone else think the word swole is weird too? Yeah, it's a weird word for sure. What's up, Bob? You had abuse in your past from your ex? Okay, sorry to hear that. How does that affect what you're saying today, though? I'm just kind of curious. Giovanni, are steroids actually made from soy? I have never heard that before. Are they? Let me know. That's news to me. Maybe it starts off as soy, and when they do their pharmaceutical work, I have no idea. Good point, Sarah. Just because Bob is annoying, which most of us will agree, doesn't mean he deserves to be beaten up. Exactly. Absolutely. 100%. Good, Star Cradle, and you should continue to be ignorant of the Liver King, because I tried to remain as ignorant as possible as I could about him too. He blew up in the media when he was caught lying. He says, the only reason I'm so jacked and swell is because I eat liver and meat organs and crap like that. Then it was revealed he takes like $10,000 or $11,000 of steroid type stuff a month. Oh, I just eat meat. If you just ate liver, you'd have these giant muscles and boobs like I got too. It turned out, nope, you gotta have $10,000 of steroids. Travis, you have a thing for red pill librarians. That's your fetish there, Travis? Again, whatever turns you on. If you see a guy changing a tire, like, ooh, yeah, daddy likey. Cool, totally fine. I'm not knocking that. If you see a red pill librarian like Travis, ooh, yeah, daddy likey. Totally cool. We all have the right to be turned on by whatever, turns us on. Within reason, I guess. I'm just saying. Yeah, Jesse, you love a man who could take down a carrot with one swipe of the knife. Yeah, that's pretty manly. I agree 100% there. Yeah, there's a good one, VLAM. And yeah, VLAM's being serious. It sounds kind of funny, but I agree with VLAM here that at Bob Hill, being kind to animals will instantly make you more likable. Seriously. Let's put it like this. If you're trying to attract women or men, whatever, Bob, whatever your thing is, the men that changed your tires or women, whatever. If you want to appear likable, showing compassion and kindness to an animal is pretty much always like, they're going to say, wow, what a cool person. They're being really nice to an animal there. Like, wow, so I'm just saying, it doesn't mean you have to be vegan. We would like you to be vegan, obviously, but just showing compassion to animals is pretty much universally a turn on. And as AJ says so rightfully and truthfully, yeah, vegan men are all hot. So if you want to be hot, just be vegan. Daddy likey, is that a t-shirt we should make? Travis likes a man in uniform. The tire changing uniform, Travis? Yeah, Jesse Charlestream, totally. Compassion is a turn on. And it doesn't even have to be compassion towards animals. Well, yeah, that definitely is a turn on. You can be compassion towards another person. But yeah, showing compassion to a defenseless, helpless animal, yeah, that's attractive. It's totally attractive. Empathy is sexy. Sam Torrance, what supplements do I take and recommend? For the longest time, I haven't taken too much. B12 has been my main one. Just recently, I got this multivitamin from the Vegan Society. The guys with the definition of vegan. Yeah, we ordered it from England. Anyway, it's a multivitamin. It's got B2, B12, vitamin D, and a couple other ones. I forgot. It's maybe 6 or so vitamins. But I just got that a week ago. I've only taken it maybe 5 or so times so far. But yeah, vitamin B12 is the main one. Bob Hill, tires no, veggies yes, you'll work on it. No, I'm not telling you not to be attracted to the tire changing guy. You could totally be attracted to the tire changing guy or person. I'm sure there's ladies, females, women who change tires. Totally cool. Whatever floats your boat. If you're, when you see someone changing a tire and that does it for you, you don't have to stop that. Just continue on with that. There's nothing wrong with that fetish. If you can make a mean vegan curry or swooning, that sounds good too. Yeah, I would be attracted. That's part of our love here, I think. We make food for each other. That sounds good, Sarah. Wow. AJ, you like tire changing guys? See, AJ's with you there, Bob. AJ and Bob are united in their admiration for tire changing guys. It's totally cool. There's nothing wrong with liking that. If that's your fetish or whatever. Maybe fetish is too strong of a word. You know what I'm talking about. Something that you get turned on by. What's that, VLAM? A single dude in your office hearing that you don't eat animals once said, ew, I can't eat that way. And he wonders why he's single. Good point, huh? Multi-talented vegan. Who's that, uncle? Okay, about as far as supplements here. Sam says he takes B12 and D. Live in Scotland. Yeah, northern latitudes. I don't care if you're vegan or not. Science says you should be taking a vitamin D supplement. Iron, folate, and iodine. But you've got hypothyroidism. Changing a tire isn't hard. Might not, but I've never done it before. So I appreciate tire changing guys. Maybe not in the way that AJ and Bob appreciate the tire changing guys, but I appreciate them helping out in the occasional tire changing needs. Sarah, your car doesn't have a spare tire though. No BMWs do these days. Yeah, I had the same problem. I have a modern car too, finally, and they don't come with spares. Like, what are you supposed to do? They come with this dumb patch kit, and so I had this problem. I finally had a flat last summer after I went surfing once. So anyway, I didn't even know how to use the patch kit, so I just called AAA and they did it for me. I go, oh, okay, that's cool, I guess. Can I drive on it? They said not really, but you just drive to the dealer. So I drove to the dealer and I had them take the tire that we patched with the patch kit, pull it off, and now I have a spare. It's sitting in my car. It's wedged behind my seat. There's a nice space there where this tire, I have it covered, it's covered up and all. So I now have a real spare, so I can feel much better when I go on a long road trip that, that I have a spare tire. Star Jones, maybe the word preference is better than fetish. Yeah, preference. Some of us, AJ and Bob, have a preference for guys that will change your tire. There's nothing wrong with that. If you see a guy changing your tire, like, wow, that's cool. He's fixing my tire. I like that. It's cool. Totally awesome. Yeah, AAA is definitely useful. I've been a member for a long time, and I'm very glad I'm a AAA member. No, not sponsored or anything like that, but especially if you're someone like me who's not really a car aficionado. I don't go, let's go work on the carburetor and remove the spark plug. I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want to modify cars. I just want to get to where I'm going. So if you need car assistance, batteries. Last December, in our fairly new car. Now I guess it's getting old. It's like 3.5 years old. I didn't realize in an electric car, you still need to replace that regular battery that all cars have. I think in Teslas now you don't have to. But anyway, I didn't realize that. I had to call AAA one night to come help us because the battery died. Anyway, no, I've never changed a tire myself, Ian Moyman. I only had 2 situations where a tire had to come off that I remember. But no, I've never changed a tire. Like I said, I don't like cars. I don't like working on cars. I mean, I can fix my guitars here. I change pickups and stuff like that. Work on the electronics. That's more my thing if I'm gonna tinker and stuff. But a car, no, not my thing. For me, fixing guitars is a basic skill life, because if I didn't know how to tweak guitars, I'd have to spend tons of money on guitar repair and stuff like that, because I'm always fixing and tweaking things. So depends what we consider essential life skills. For me, guitar fixing is way more practical than changing a tire. But it's not saying you can't do both. I'm sure a lot of guys or gals, whatever, can change tires and fix their guitars, and more power to those folks. What's that, Peter? Thanks for the super chat tip there, Peter. I don't know why everyone's so excited for the new vegan plant-based Reese's peanut butter cups. Nestle exploits children in the making of the chocolate. I guess people don't know that last part of the sentence there, Peter. You got me, Ian Moyman. Well, if you're local, I'd keep your number in my phone, so speed dial you if my tire goes out again. But that's what AAA's for. Not all of us want to change tires or know how to change tires, and that's what AAA is for, and other services like that. So we don't have to know how to do that. Yeah, I'm really good at changing guitar strings, Uncle. I've been changing guitar strings since like 4th grade or something like that. Yeah, I got that down pretty good. Pretty quick at that. Yeah, Peter, I heard Mike the Vegan and Lifting Vegan Logic have responded to the what I learned nonsense. That's cool. I'm glad I was one of the first ones. Revoltaldo, we are full of love and compassion. Cool. Not of all aside, there's some real asshole vegans too. Well, excuse my French there. There's some real a-hole vegans, mean, fascist, horrible people vegans that want to kill other people and justify it in the name of veganism. I've blocked those people from my social media. So not all vegans are nice. I don't know if you're being serious or facetious here, Revoltoto, but whatever, There's nice vegans, there's a-hole vegans. Just like there's nice non-vegans, and there's some a-hole non-vegans. Anyway, Emily, your husband is the tire changer, just not your forte. Yeah, if your husband's good at that, awesome. I'm just not a car guy. I've never been into cars. Not to say it's being into cars sucks. I'm just saying myself, I've never had an interest in cars. I just don't get excited by cars and car part stores or anything like that. It doesn't turn me on. It's not a fetish or anything like that for me. Good, Allison. I'm glad you called him out. I'm not encouraging people to go to What I Learned and leave comments to him, but I'm glad you did. Yeah, I don't want to name any people misanthropized, aka despondent dragon. I don't want to name people who often say some pretty mean things, but yeah, there's mean vegans. There's some vegans that say some really just like shockingly like cruel things. Yeah, we're trying to recruit people to our movement and calling for someone to be hanged or killed in the name of veganism. I said any time if you're a vegan activist and the thing you're arguing for ends with someone dying, like a guy getting killed or something like that, no, you're in the wrong field here. This is not what veganism is about. Oh, Sarah, so you have a background in history and cars. See, I don't have that kind of thing. Your grandpa said had a bunch of car dealerships in LA since the 40s, so it's kind of baked in. That's cool. I can totally understand. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, there's car culture in your family. Yeah, there's some of that on Angie's side. Her dad was always tweaking his cars and stuff like that, and has his car friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't have anything like that. I got into guitar, and surfing and stuff like that. I've done a little surfboard repair, but yeah, guitar repair is more what I'm better at. I'm not even that good at that. Bob Hill, I'm not going to repeat your sentence there, but I have to say I don't disagree with what you're saying there, Bob. For once tonight, I'm kind of agreeing with you there. Yeah, Jessie Twelfshin, you're absolutely right there. Yeah, she shows compassion to animals, but kind of seriously fails at times, not always, but at times when extending that compassion to people, to humans. And, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but again, if that results in your argument concluding with a human being needs to die, that's not what veganism is about. Again, let's look at the definition of veganism here. Does it say anything about killing people? No. It says we're against animal cruelty and exploitation. It doesn't say that we want to kill people who disagree with this definition of veganism or disagree with the idea of animal rights or disagree with the idea of animals being beings that shouldn't be exploited. It doesn't mean we want to kill people who aren't on board with that. Yeah, you're like me, John, huh? I'm not that. I'm gonna read your thing because that's exactly me. I'm not that good at I'm not that good at guitar repair either, but I feel cool doing it. Yeah, I mean, I can do some basic stuff. I've gotten better over the years, like setting up my, like on the bridge, raising or lowering strings so I can get my action set up, changing electronics, wiring pickups, stuff like that. This is basic stuff, but I don't know how to yet. I haven't played around with truss rods to affect the neck bend. I'm afraid I'm going to screw that up. I'll take that to an expert if and when I need to do something like that. That's interesting, Koba, that you ended up vegan, given that you were tagged with sadistic personality disorder. Hey, it just shows that you still can have compassion for animals, right? Yeah, that's a good point, Emily. You raise a good point. Yeah, you can be kind of misanthropic, so not loving of humans. It can be easier to feel compassion for animals than some people. Animals are great, they're not obnoxious. I don't sit there and go, man, that animals is driving me crazy. He's such a dick, It's said me never. Bob, again, I don't know if we need to say veganism has to be wrapped up as being a moral issue. Like, let's look at the case of Vegan Jordan, our 14-year-old vegan activist here, who just looks out in his non-trained brain. He's never studied morality or philosophy. He just looks out there, hey, why are these animals being killed? I could just eat plants. I don't want the cows and chickens and pigs to get killed. I'm going to eat plants because I love the animals. I don't want them to die. So if I eat the plants, they're not going to die. How do we have to bring all this, like, these abstract ideas of morality into it? I mean, there's morality that's related, obviously. I'm not saying it's lacking morality, but I'm saying you don't have to know anything. You could have never heard the word morality in your life and still understand veganism, knowing that it's wrong to harm and exploit animals, given that we don't need to. They're living sentient beings. They don't want to be harmed. Secondly, we don't need to because we can eat plants. You don't have to understand morality whatsoever to understand veganism. But to say, I'm not divorcing morality from veganism. I'm just saying it's a concept that you really don't have to grasp to fully understand why you're vegan. Wow, that sounds bad, AJ. Wow. Hope they're. Wow. I don't even know what encephalitis is. It sounds bad. Is that something bad? I bet it is. You're a vegan, but in favor of mosquito genocide. Yeah, if they're going to give you something called encephalitis, you're probably not going to be loving the mosquitoes, huh? Swelling of the brain. Okay, yeah. Really not going to be loving that then, huh? Loving those encephalitis-carrying mosquitoes. That's why we say as far as possible and practicable. Yeah, if you're going to harm a mosquito that's going to give you brain swelling, let's look at the definition of veganism here. I don't think that's going to all of a sudden make you not vegan. It's not practicable to go around with a swollen brain. So if you might have to harm a mosquito to prevent your brain from getting swollen as you try to sleep at night, it's understandable. That's why I like the possible and practical. I know a lot of people have problems with that. They don't understand it. They find it confusing and vague. No, it makes complete sense to me. It's really not that practical to go around with a swollen brain or risk getting a swollen brain. Brain is swole, huh, Carl? Oh, what's that, Samuel? That's quite a mouthful there. Vegan, anti-vegan propaganda. Which is it? Vegan or anti-vegan propaganda teaches you either save animals in factory farms and kill people and most of wildlife, or you leave people wildlife alone and change nothing. It's anti-vegan theory. I'm having trouble wrapping my head around that. It's because it's getting late and I'm getting tired. Hey, Angie. Yeah, I remember you said you were going to bring me a cookie.
Yeah, a couple times I checked and it seemed like a lot of stuff was going on.
Oh yeah, we did have a lot of fireworks earlier, but I'll take one of those new vegan cookies from the market if you want.
Alright, just hold on a second.
Yeah, no hurry. I just remembered that right now. I totally forgot until right now.
I totally ate 2 of them.
Yes, Angie and I like pickles. Even though we don't eat them on any regular basis, we both enjoy us a good pickle. Fourth Horseman and I. I'm thinking about maybe Atomic Vegan. I didn't say thanks earlier when you gave the cult dues. Are you still here, AJ? Yeah, remember it happened. You gave us the weekly cult dues. how long ago was it? Let me see. It was a while ago. I remember when it happened, an hour ago. I remember a lot of stuff was going on, and my brain somehow had a vegan brain freeze, and I didn't acknowledge and thank you right then. So thank you, Atomic Vegan. Yeah, we're thinking about maybe getting some Panda Express tonight again. I saw an episode, some guy called Company Guy reviews like companies, failed ones and successful ones, and he said Panda Express actually has some good practices, how they treat employees and the like. And we're kind of getting into it. There's Angie, and she brought me a cookie here. So how kind of you to bring me this vegan chocolate chip cookie, right?
Have a good time.
Yeah, I don't eat them too much because, you know,
No,
I'm sure there's
it's
some
been a while.
oil in here that's not great for my LDL cholesterol levels or anything like that, but I could have a little fun with this. Live a little.
Live a little. Man, I got ripped off on Boys Planet.
Why? What happened in your show?
It said it was 62%
English translation? Yeah.
but 15 minutes into it, all the translations stopped.
Oh, man.
It's not 62%.
I wonder if you started again. I wonder if it's caught up.
I was getting all excited, too, because they announced, like, that they're all going to get to do original songs. They were playing, like, the original song demos. They all sounded really good. And then, like, right when they got to telling us who got what song, no translations. Oh, looks like Peter just renewed as a member.
Yeah, Peter's been a member of this channel for 10 months, Peter.
10
Thank you.
months? Wow. Awesome.
Yeah, we got another. It was Sarah that gifted 5 Happy Fan memberships tonight too. Last week.
Tonight there was another one?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, Sarah. So yeah, we got to do a Happy Fam live stream next week.
I
now.
know. I was thinking of trying to do one live from Disneyland if we ever make it back there. But it's looking bad.
That's too hard, man. But yeah, we'll do one next week.
Live from my office.
Oh, Sweet Potato Sister. I love Angie so much.
Aww.
Thanks for Sweet Potato Sister.
The cats are with me. They're not even trying to hang out outside your door.
Put that shit down, boy. My cookie. And am I doing food porn? Yeah, it's a simple vegan chocolate chip cookie.
Oh, I heard you telling my story earlier to Sweet Potato Sister about how I had to change my sister's diapers and feed them bottles and stuff like that.
She had to raise her younger siblings too, and she had, after that, no desire to raise her own kids, and just like you, right?
Well, I didn't have to raise them the whole way up, but I
You raised them enough. You raised them enough.
I saw how stressful it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, your hair is gorgeous, Angie, isn't it? Look how long
it is. So long?
Remember how veganism is supposed to make people bald and their hair fall out? We know who we're talking about, what anti-vegan channel. Look at this. Explain that one.
I know, look how long it's gotten. So long. Like, when I reposted that video from 2018.
Uh-huh. Where was it then?
It was only to here.
Uh-huh.
I was surprised that anyone thought that was me now. But
Where was it?
Maybe you guys thought I got a haircut.
How about when we started the channel?
It was like way up here.
Uh-huh.
It was probably like
But veganism.
it's probably just barely brushing my shoulders.
Veganism makes you lose your hair, though, guys.
Nope.
You heard that.
Not me. I need to brush it. But...
Yeah. Heidi says, yeah, it looks super healthy and luxurious. And you're absolutely right, Heidi. It's super healthy and luxurious.
It looks all shiny in this light. Woo, all natural. I have not dyed it since, 2010?
Yeah, before going vegan. Yeah, look at this beautiful hair, totally healthy, non-deficient vegan hair.
Yeah, that's me.
But yeah, vegan makes you lose your hair, apparently. And, you've been vegetarian since the 1980s. And,
I know. It's funny, all these things that people say.
Yeah, she laughs too when she hears all this nonsense. Like, really?
So over it.
It's funny how people who are not vegan think they know pretty much everything about what happens to vegans.
Yeah.
Now, some guy, I think he was trolling, said he could look at me and tell that I didn't have high testosterone. I said, what else?
Stupid.
Could you tell my vitamin D and B12? He said, I can look at you and tell everything. I go, you're trolling, you're gone. We banned him.
Yeah. What, he thought he was Nostradamus?
Yeah, exactly. Some kind of psychic, visual psychic Nostradamus or something.
That's just sad.
Mm-hmm. Fa Dotting likes your new emojis or those icons, those things.
Yeah, I finally realized because we were getting a notification like, you now have 50 subscribers. So I was like, oh, I think that means that I could do more stuff. So I went and checked, and I could add, what, 2 or 3 more emojis.
Oh, Uncle's talking about hair. Uncle says his hair doesn't look that good, though.
Oh.
Well, he's older than us, so.
Yeah, since you went vegan more recently. So you gotta get all the vegan magic. Just kidding.
If you go vegan, your hair's gonna go really long, Uncle. I guarantee it. No, just kidding.
You have the longest hair, and it'll be so thin, and everything will be perfect. Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Yeah, but maybe I'll get some panda tonight, huh?
Oh, do you want it? That's why I was kind of wondering if I should start cooking something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. AJ, AJ says her hair's almost that long, but I was gonna thank AJ. She gave us $25, which could
oh wow,
subsidize the Panda Express. We had it Sunday, but I'm in the mood for it again.
So, it has. Oh, wow, we had it less than a week ago.
Yeah, no, Saturday when I went to my mom's.
Oh,
so
that's
a
right.
week. So another 6 days, an extra day.
Yeah, just shy of a week.
Yeah, just shy of a week. So maybe we'll get. Yeah, Panda's cool. I like it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there. Is just like naturally vegan.
Yeah, I heard you mentioning to them about how we saw that company man, and we found out it's still a family-run.
Yeah, it's still run by the
held.
original Chinese couple that started the restaurant.
And they don't franchise it. Like, it's all run by them. That's crazy.
So they have high quality standards, and I could tell it was good vibes. I was surprised when I went in there for the first time a few years ago.
They treat their
employees well. They often promote them from the store into like corporate management. Good old fashioned work things, you know. That used to be the case like when we were younger. That stuff like that happened, but not anymore.
Yeah, all right, guys. I'm gonna start yawning. Oh,
yeah,
I was kind of falling asleep out there.
Chris Murphy said, "Yeah, panda chow mein is addictive."
Oh, you know that's what I'm thinking of. I like that with the super greens.
Yeah, I know it's so good, huh? Yeah, we'll think about that. Okay. Unless you really want to make us something tonight, we could have Panda another day. You know, it's all your call. But I have no trouble going to Panda Express after the live stream.
Well, if you're offering and AJ's paying, I mean...
Okay, it's settled.
Yeah, I'll cook tomorrow.
Thanks, AJ. It's all settled.
Woo!
Panda
AJ's
Express.
Our sugar mama. Yeah. Is she still on?
Yeah, produce pills. Yeah, is it greasy and high in soda? It might be, but you know, it's like, you know.
We'll try not to eat it every day.
Yeah, once a week. Hopefully, that's not going to mess us up too bad.
I made a really, really good soup to eat the last 2 days.
I mean, we need a little fun. We're at home all day eating food made by us here. You gotta get something. You know what I'm saying? You need a little fun. You need a little yah-yah in life. A little, like we were talking about earlier, like how was it AJ and Bob? You know, they get a little turn on when they see like a guy changing a tire. You know, we get a little fun, a little pleasure.
Likes that?
Yeah, and then you know, we get a little something when we get out of the house and get a little something, you know, instead of just sitting through the grind every day and making our own food. You need a little pleasure, a little fun. Yeah, Dr. Bear, from what I understand, all the pandas stopped selling the orange chicken recently because they claimed it was just a temporary thing. I didn't realize that. I thought it was going to be a permanent addition to their menu.
They made it sound like that because first it was just a small test market, and then all of a sudden everyone got it. So it seemed like they decided, oh, this was a good product.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's going to come back at some point in the future. I don't know what the status is. I wish I knew.
Personally, I like the tofu and eggplant.
Yeah, we get that. That's our thing. The tofu and eggplant. The green broccoli veggies thing and the chow mein. Yeah. That's it. That's how we party. Oh, you just mean if we notice it at all. They could be a little greasy on the noodles and stuff like that. But I'm not afraid of.
It kind of depends. Sometimes it's not though.
Yeah, it is a little different every time.
Especially since we started telling them to make it not spicy. I think they make a fresh batch just for us. Anywho's.
Oh, Sweet Potato Sister said she got have a corn chip. Is now sold at Ralph's and bought it because of us.
It's so good.
Yeah, have it chips.
Like the soy sauce on there?
Yeah, it's a little hint of soy sauce on them.
Soy sauce is what does it for me.
Have it chips are great. Yeah,
that's so funny.
Another thing. Something we get once in a while. Yeah.
We haven't been to their shack in a long time.
Yeah, we might go to the Laguna Shack out there. That's where they started at. This little shack in Laguna Beach. It has a little vegan restaurant.
It looks more like a barn than a shack.
It looks like a barn, but it's a vegan restaurant. It's a takeout vegan restaurant.
It's so 70s.
Yeah, it's literally started in the 70s.
Yeah, like 72.
Yeah. I like old school hippie food. Hippie vegan food.
Alright, I'm gonna skedaddle. I've been yawning too much.
Oh, poor Dr. Bear.
I knew I heard something.
Dr. Bear's jealous because the panda near her doesn't have the eggplant tofu. Oh,
I've heard some other people say.
yeah, we've heard that.
They're trying to start lobbying for it.
Yeah, I guess there's different sizes of Panda Expresses. We learned that on that show. There's little ones, big ones.
That's
Maybe you
right.
have a smaller one. Ours is a pretty big one, so I guess we get the full array of foods that they offer.
Ooh, we're blessed.
Yeah. What's that, Peter? You have an event tomorrow to eat lotus pond food? What's that? Tell me what that is. That sounds cool. Kobalaya, what's the longest I've run? I have to look at my Strava. It's somewhere around 17, 18-ish, 19 miles, somewhere in that range, 17 to 19 miles. I have to look, somewhere in that range. It was at least 17. I think it was less than 19. I did that a couple times. But I used to do like 10 mile, like half marathon length runs regularly, like on my Sunday long runs in the past. Not to compete or anything, just to go out and just do it on my own. I did do one a half marathon before in competition mode, but yeah. Anyway, is Casa Bonita in South Park vegan? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't remember the foods that they served there. Yeah, Giovanni. Yeah, running can be tough on the body. Yeah, if you work your way into it and have good form or technique for distance running, it can really make it workable for your knees. Not to say that's true for every last person. I understand where you're coming from. If you work your way into it and have good form, running doesn't have to be really high impact, and it shouldn't be if you're doing distance running. It's not like sprinting. It's a whole different form. Not to say that's what your form is like or anything like that, but there's a lot of technique to not get injured in running. Okay, so that restaurant. It's this restaurant in Victoria, Canada that sells Chinese food that closed down. So we're meeting in your building and ordering a bunch of their food. Oh, what? They're closed or they're closing down? Or are they reopened? Let me know, Peter. I'm kind of confused there. But I'm glad you're doing it. It sounds like they're going to be open for you tomorrow. Dr. Bear, it took me a while to be able to log on tonight. It's Friday of finals week at your college, so very busy. Just be here as long as you can, Dr. Bear. In fact, I should get going pretty soon. I've been on 2 hours and 20 minutes. Allison says to Peter, I met you at Remembrance Day event. Wow. Andrew Baker, just another vegan cult member checking in. Welcome. You've found your vegan cult leader here. I'm glad you're here. Basketball is killer on the knees. Sigh. Yeah, I'd say basketball is more intense on the knees. And yeah, my knees are still holding up. Knock on wood. No knee injuries yet. I've been playing pretty hardcore for 4 or 5 years now. I mean, since I got back into it, I've been playing most of my life on and off. I've been going pretty hardcore 4 or 5 years now. Sarah, running hurts your feet more than your knees. Sounds like a technique thing again. Yeah, knee and feet pain are often helped by just little technique adjustments. Not always, but often. Just saying, if you want to continue running, there is still some hope for you. You might have to train with a running coach or something like that for a little while, but there is some hope. It's not like, try it out. If you're really interested, yeah, try it out. See if you can learn the technique and see how your knees and feet handle it. And they're still sore, then hey, okay, maybe it's not fixable. But for a lot of people, it can be. The Reasonable Vegan channel. No, what is the Reasonable Vegan? Sounds like that should have been our channel name here. Tanya Lewis, you love shooting hoops, but too short to play in school. Hey, you can play any size, really, male, female, doesn't matter what your size is. If you got the skills and, quickness and good shot, they'll work with you. I mean, you can, point guard, it could be as short as anything. Okay, sir, you just have weird feet that don't strike the ground properly. Okay, yeah, if you know yourself better than I do. It's the nature of your foot structure. Yeah, it happens. That's totally true. There's all sorts of ways your bones and feet can be, so yeah, totally get it. terrible shin splints from running. I'm so lucky. I've been doing all these sports, guys. Like when I ran for all those years, I really didn't get any injuries. I had little ones, like I twisted my ankle a couple times on like wet ground, you know, things like that that are to be expected, but really nothing like, you know, the major running injuries. Same with basketball. I twist my ankle sometimes. I've tweaked my fingers, you know, out of socket once. But you know, just minor things. I'm really lucky. I don't know what it is. It's because I'm vegan. Is that it? Veganism not debunked. Ryan has been pretty lucky when it comes to injuries. Dr. Bear, yeah, I don't know if I can stand watching more of that What I Learned's video. I got so pissed off watching like the first like 10 odd minutes of his video, and there's like another 20 odd minutes. It's just so, it's like going to a horrible dentist and having all your teeth drilled in. It's just painful. I don't know if I can do it. Seriously. It's just his video is just so just painful to watch. Oh, Uncle, how horrible. You never did the sports, but you got all the injuries. So you got ripped off there. And je ne sais quoi, you can be a couch potato vegan too. Especially that I'm older, I want to stay as physically fit as possible so I can like, you know, have some, you know, stay healthy in my eating, stay healthy in my fitness so I can, you know, live a long time. I don't have kids to take care of me when I get older and stuff like that. I got to like take care of myself. So this is an investment in my future. Okay, so there are a YouTube channel, Reasonable Vegan. They have debates about philosophy and vegan stuff. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Heidi, you like to go cave exploring? Wow, where do you live in Boston, right? Do you have caves in Boston? I mean, it sounds great. Cave exploring sounds fun. We just don't have any caves out here. Let's see. Here's how Sarah works out. High intensity cardio is your personality. Awesome. The weights are for your physical strength and stamina. Yeah, I kind of do a combination of that too. The high intensity cardio, that's like when I'm playing basketball. I got my watch on when I'm playing. I'm looking at my heart rate the whole time. Like, wow, it's 150. Oh God, 160. That's, and you know, if you're playing games, you can't really sit down and rest or anything like that. I just need to do more of that to get my basketball conditioning back to where it needs to be because it's not quite there right now. Andrew, you couldn't watch past 15 minutes in that guy's video either. Yeah, it's just so... You guys know what I'm talking about. It's so painful. Yeah, Lifting Vegan Logic did a video on response as well. Yeah, I'm with you, Starro Jones. If anything, I'm with you. I just want to be able to walk to the bathroom and go to the bathroom without any help in my old age. Yeah, I want to be independent as long as I can. That's why I exercise. Again, I have no kids. I'm probably going to be living in Hawaii. I won't have, you know, any network that I have like out here. I don't even really have one out here, but even less, unless I make some new friends out there. I'm saying I got to stay healthy to take care of myself and take care of Angie. Yeah, we're going to take care of each other. That means we got to be healthy, though. Okay, caves in Arizona. Okay, that makes sense. I go in Boston. When I think of caves, yeah, Boston isn't what I'm thinking of, but Arizona, that makes more sense for sure. Yeah, Boston should have caves, huh? Now, I'm with you, Sarah. I'm a freak if I can't be active, too. Angie goes, man, you're so motivated. You always, if you're not playing basketball, I go out in the gym every day, even when it's raining. I go, it's like I kind of have to. You know, it's not like I want to. I just got to get out there and do something. Cool. I'm sure Lifting Vegan Logic did a great response because that What I Learned guy just set himself up for complete ridicule. He's just so off. Peter, if I move to Hawaii, am I still going to do Happy Healthy Vegan? Yeah, if you guys are still watching, if you guys are still here on my live streams. In fact, if we move to Hawaii, it'll be a whole new chapter in our channel. We're going to do all sorts of new things, visit all sorts of places and explore. That's what I want to do. I want to live somewhere where there's way more nature than we got here. It's like, here we have tons of people and very little nature. I want that reversed. More nature, less people, fewer people. And yeah, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure our content's going to be like, fun going out and doing lots of stuff. So yeah, I don't plan to stop or anything. I enjoy doing this, right? That's why I do it. I'm not doing this to get rich or become an influencer or anything like that. I sincerely, honestly enjoy doing this, and that's why I do it. That's why I do the things I do. That's why I continue to make music. That's why I do this, because it's what I feel like doing. I enjoy it. It brings me pleasure. The haters, not so much. I'm being Mormon. Wow. Oh man, I only had that. I only had that. I don't think Angie's gonna come and sing. I only had Ripple ready to go for a moment. I like your super. I should have devoted more time. I was right about to. I tell you, remember Black Peter, one of my favorite Grateful Dead songs. But I didn't do it. I wanted to wire Ripple, but I should have done Black Peter. Technically, it's a much easier song to play than Ripple, because Ripple, I'm kind of playing two things. I'm playing the rhythm on the chords, and I'm also finger picking the melody that you sing, the notes that Jerry's singing. So it's kind of tough. I should have done Black Peter for you though. Oh man. Let's see if I remember last week I was doing some. Okay, I'll do a Led Zeppelin song, but not Stairway. I wasn't sure if it was minor or major. Should have rehearsed that one a little more. Oh well. That's what happens when you don't practice. I'll try to figure out something for you next week, Ian Moyman. What do you think about Black Peter? Would that satisfy you, Black Peter from the Dead? What's that, Peter? Why is Streamlabs timing out this person? Out all he said was woot woot music. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm sorry. If you got timed out, I apologize. It shouldn't time you out for that. I don't know. I have no control over the bot. I'm sorry. Is it Andrew? I'm sorry, Andrew, if my Streamlabs bot is being a jerk to you. I apologize. Yeah, 10 years gone. That's it, Uncle. No worries. All right, cool, Andrew. I don't know what happens. Yeah, I don't understand how all these bots work. Stevie Ray Vaughan. No, I don't play any Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's a whole nother level of complexity. No, I'm not. We're joking. No, I can't play Terrapin Station. But I'll try to remember the first part, the Lady in a Veil section of Terrapin Station. I might be able to pull that up. But I'll give you Black Peter. I used to jam that all the time. And I was kind of jamming it last night. Angie heard me playing it. And I started going through some of the changes. And I think I ended up on the wrong key. I didn't understand what I was doing. So I have to actually go and listen to the song. Unlike Ripple, I just remembered it from ear. But Black Peter, I'll need to pull up the music and just kind of check a couple parts. No Gypsy Kings. I don't know any Gypsy Kings. I think you're joking about Play Terrapin Station. That's a notoriously crazy, difficult song. And yeah, I'll botch Jimi Hendrix up too, Uncle. I don't want to disrespect Jimmy. These are, you're talking about some of the greatest guitar playing of all time here. Both from a technical point of view and a tone point of view. It's pretty just, pinnacle stuff there. Yeah, happy vegan. Yeah, Van Moyman was the person last week that asked about me playing Ripple, or at least a Dead song, and I volunteered Ripple. So yeah, once again, he asked again. So next week I will have Black Peter ready for him. Wow, that sounds amazing, Dr. Bear. Curry, tofu, banh mi sandwiches for dinner? Like, cut me off a slice of that and send it here. That sounds amazing. Yeah, Jimmy was left-handed, so everything's weird. His guitar's like upside down. It's just, I don't get it. And that's part of the magic of his tone and playing. Dio, I haven't heard that name mentioned in a long time there, Giovanni. Street, that's the word you meant to end on there, Peter. You make free food in Victoria and give it out to people in the street. Is that like food, not bombs? Is that who you're talking? Is that who you work with there, Peter? Awesome, Robert. Yeah, 12 plus year vegan here in my mid 50s, zero meds. All right, Chris Murphy, enjoy that tofu. I wish I could have some of that now too. I guess I'm gonna have some tofu if we're gonna do the Panda Express thing. So I'll get my tofu. Yeah, Little Wing. Yeah, that's my favorite one too. Yeah, and Stevie Ray does a great version of Little Wing. I remember in the past I could play through the chords, but it doesn't sound, I mean, it sounds all right, but it's not gonna. I want to compete with those versions of Little Wing. Those are really good. Yeah, I know who Dimebag Darrell is. I can't say I know any of his music, but I know who Dimebag. He passed away recently too, right? Every Sunday in the Square, Peter. Awesome. Yeah, I should just go play out in the stereo one night soon. Stevie and Jimmy's Little Wings, just back to back, and be just dazzled by some amazing guitar playing. Those guys are so good. Seriously, you don't understand. Like Stevie, he practiced all day, literally. I've seen interviews with him. He practiced his guitar every day, and just learning stuff, not just doing the same riffs and drills all day. There's repetition, obviously, but just learning new stuff all day. I mean, that's what you got to do to be like the best there is. Like to be like the best basketball player or tennis player, you're doing it all day. It's a life commitment. That's what these guys are dedicated their lives to, being like the best that you can be. Oh, what I'm talking about, like guitar players like Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, that's what I'm referring to there. That's a dedication to the art that I don't have. Plus, you need to have raw talent too to even make it worth the while. Like, why train like an NBA star if you suck already? You'll get better, but why devote like 40 hours a week and the best you'll get is like me or something like that. Oh yeah, Suzanne Vega's nice. Yeah, Solitude Standing. I've heard some nice songs on that album. I should listen to that. That's a nice song too, Solitude Standing. Yeah, Sweet Potato Sister. In fact, we do sign our cookbooks. If you don't say anything, if you just order one of our books, Angie will just sign Angie or something like that on there. But there's a little, when you check out on our store, there's a little form or a little box you can fill out, like to leave a note to us and say, please have Ryan and Angie sign it. And we will. And we might say a little bit more, but you'll get my signature too. But yes, Sweet Potato Sister, indeed. Yeah, you'll, just request if you want mine as well as Angie's, and we'll sign it for you gladly. And we know who you are, so we're always super stoked when we see people from the live stream order from us. Because we kind of know you a little bit, It's not like a random order. Wow, who's this cool person we never heard of before? Wow, you guys, Koba, you know way more about metal than I do. Hey, Tanya, what's up? I don't play Joni Mitchell. I love her music, but I cannot sing high and play in her alternative tunings. Yeah, she's quite a musician there, too. Yeah, she's got a haunting voice. I love her Woodstock song. Oh, she's performing in a beach town near you, Heidi. Oh, that sounds so nice and, chill, but it's sold out. Let's see. How we doing here? Oh, we should probably quit pretty soon. It's 8:30, down to like just 50 viewers. Probably get going soon, but want to mention, yeah, if you want to have Angie and I together on a live stream, you heard us, we're going to do that with our Happy Fam, our channel members only. So if you just, it's as little as like, I think $1.99 a month or something like that, but you get some cool perks like your name's in green, you get the little badges, and this special content that that channel members get only. And we haven't done too much. I feel bad. I think our last one was like 2 months ago. So anyway, thanks to Sarah, and who was it last week? Was it Peter? But you guys both contributed 5 free memberships, so that's really cool. So 10 more people will be able to participate. I'm not sure what day it'll be, probably Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. But I'm not trying to like drum up business. I'm just letting you know we're going to do one. So if you want to get on it, now is a really good time. You'll get your money's worth. So the link's in the show description, and then show notes, and also it's next to the subscribe button for our channel. Unless you're on iOS, you're on Android, it's there. But I heard on Apple devices you can't see it yet. Maybe it's been fixed by now. But just letting you know, we're planning to do a channel member only live stream. So get in on that, and we'll post to our community tab when we have it more ironed out when it's going to be, so you can kind of plan around. We'll try not to surprise it on you. The only way it might get surprised on you is we might go to Disneyland or Disney California Adventure on Tuesday, weather permitting, because we know a storm is aiming right at us. It's going to come like Tuesday night or Wednesday here. So Angie said maybe do it at Disneyland, but we're not even sure if we can go, and if so, would it even be weather okay? Will the weather be okay to do one? So anyway, we're not sure. So we're saying Tuesday or Wednesday right now. So just letting you guys know, giving you a heads up, and it just helps support our channel too. I think we're up to 50 members now, so it really helps us out. We're kind of moving away from our old Patreon and doing this because we can make this way cooler, way more interactive. So every little bit helps us out. As you know, we're not a huge channel. We get 5,000 views on a typical video. 10,000 is an awesome one, and that doesn't happen all the time. So we really, appreciate any support. And then thanks to all the super chats to everyone, guys. Really, that really helps us out a lot, especially Vian Moyman and AJ Vintage tonight. Thanks so much. And Vian Moyman, you bought yourself another song for next week, so I'll gladly learn Black Peter by next Friday's live stream. I'll probably get it down tomorrow. So guys, thanks so much. Thanks for being here with me on Friday nights. Thanks for spending your Friday nights or Friday mornings or Saturday mornings, wherever you're at. Thanks for spending them with me here on these live streams. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and just seeing you guys every week, seeing what's up, and entertaining the occasional nonsense like I don't have one up right now, but anti-vegans and stuff. That's always kind of cool too. Let's see, what's up, Peter? Have I ever heard of a book called The Plant Paradox? Yeah, I remember that from a while ago. Yeah, totes. It had a weird conclusion, about don't eat plants, or at least not too many of them, or something like that. Anyway, guys, so thank you so much. I'm not sure what my next video will be. I didn't know last Friday that what I learned was going to make that nonsense video. He didn't show up. I invited him, as you saw yesterday. He didn't show up tonight, but he can come any other Friday night he wants. If you guys know him, let him know. He can show up in the live stream. He can try to debunk veganism live in front of our faces here. But I'm planning to get something going next week. I was slowly working on responding to that raw guy that says raw vegan diet could cure every disease known to man. So maybe I'll get that one back and going again. So thanks for being with us, guys. Thanks our moderators. Thanks Peter. Thanks Uncle, and Tracy was here earlier. Thank you guys for moderating and keeping our channel flowing smoothly. I saw you guys ban a couple people. Thank you so much. It's less stuff I gotta do with my hands. As you saw, I had a lot of weird technical issues tonight, but I think they're ironed out. They will be saved in my program here, my software that streams. And, it should be good next week, as I'm trying to say. So thanks so much, guys. Thank you, AJ. Thanks for the moment. I'm going to go to Panda Express, make an order, get all the food we're talking about there, and we'll be thinking of you guys. And I'll try to remember to take a photograph of it. So we'll post it on our Instagram, Happy Healthy Vegan, so you can see the results of your super chat tips there. So thanks so much, guys. Much love to everyone. Remember, doesn't suck being vegan. All right, I'll see you next Friday, and hopefully a video before that. All right, bye guys, much love.